Hey, good people. Hello. We were debating about like what kind of video is this, man? Is this a vlogmas? What is it?
It's a pajama.
But as you guys can see, look, we alive once again with my sister friend, Allie Carter.
Boris. You gotta rap her though.
Around a little bit.
Wear many hats up in here.
I mean, look, multiple hats. How you doing, sister friend? Look, you say you want to come bless us once again here on GSL.
Yes, sister friend. Thank you for having me again. Yeah. You were always like, well, GSL is your other home too. Now I said,
I know it is. Allie Carter, take over. Allie Carter, take over. I like, look, you let me know what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you let me know what GSL is doing. You know what I mean?
No, thank you so much. Thank you. I know we were all supposed to be on Truth Be Told tonight. They had to pause and postpone their segment show, however they refer to it, being that they just had some unforeseen circumstances and doing some digging on all the investigations that they've already done. It just keeps spiraling more and more and more. So they just had to postpone some things. And, the truth is the truth. So when you really start digging and you find more truth, you're like, oh, that's still the truth. So they're waiting until next Friday. And then we'll all be on there together. So I'm excited.
Look, you got us all excited. Look, I'm excited too. I said, "Oh, what is they gonna let us know?" Because see, here's the thing, like with the 5 years and all of this, right? I know there's only so much I can do, right, as a normal citizen, right, in regards to like looking into your case files and all that type of stuff, right? And so, but at the end of the day, as you have made it known, right, Truth Be Told has actual,
credentials matter.
Investigative journalists on their team, right? And so they can go and deep dive and find information that a normal citizen can't just go and look up, right?
Exactly.
And so it seems like they've been over there digging and finding some stuff.
Yes, they have.
So if I was somebody on the other side, I just put it like that. I'd be kind of concerned.
You would think they are, but evil doesn't think like us. So
they not like us, right?
Yeah, they not like us. That made so much more of a meaning than people think to look into that. But they really not. And like I said, the investigations that have already been done, the few that really hit me, there's a few victims that have come forward and, not to be mentioned or anything, but just like, hey, I suffered with Allie and here's my proof and my truth. And just wanted to say that they're still alive. They're doing better than they were before. So I got those messages from them and that was woo. And then the teachers really shocked me. You never know who's watching, and it really does seem like the world is watching in ways that I never, in 2020 I felt like I was just screaming at my phone. People are like, do you realize how many people are watching these videos? And I was like, I don't care. Numbers don't matter to me if I don't see anything and I'm hot. So I don't give a care about who's watching. I was just like, I just have to get this out because we didn't know what else to do. And to know now that worldwide, it's real army has been built that knows our name and that cares and that would come together just randomly, like you have seen and you have witnessed and you've been with some of these people that just come together from all over the place and like, hey, we try to make it happen for children that didn't have a voice, that are no longer here, that had no one to fight for them, that really has no one who cares. And tried to destroy them in every way. And that was our purpose. That was our point. I understand there's a lot of people that feel so helpless, like you said. Like, just I'm trying my best. I put up a fact sheet, I called someone, I told someone, I texted someone, I yelled it, I shared it, I wrote it down, I took a picture of it, I got screenshots. I understand that those people are like, I am doing the best that I can. And I'm wondering why there's not more investigative journalism, there's not more authority. Where is the justice system? What is happening? Just as much as everybody is wondering the same thing. You know what I'm saying? With Epstein and Diddy and all that stuff, everybody's like, okay, so now that we got all this information, why is it important to us and not important to the people that should be making the arrest? Like, so many people have so much on their plate. I know that there's people who watch videos and who are translating this information right now into their language so they can understand and then they can share the message. I sincerely thought that I was just screaming at my phone. I'm telling you right now.
You are internationally known and loved, sis. Like, again, the little bit that I see here on GSL, shout out to all the people that gathered here. From what I've seen, you're definitely internationally known and loved, and people are praying, people are doing things in y'all's honor, and people are here, like they're here on this platform, in support of you guys more than anything.
And I've been so invisible. So to know now.
Not no more, sister. Not no more.
Not anymore. Exactly. Not invisible now. But before, I was just so invisible. I was just a toy, a money sign, somebody's property, as people think. And to know now that a lot of people are like, hey, I'm fighting because I listened. I heard her. I seen you. I know you're telling the truth. I can feel it. Real sees real. And not only that, I use my God-given brain, my 2 eyes, and what I can do to do the research that I need to do so I can see whether or not you're telling me the truth. Because, again, we've said it a few times. You said it a few times, sis, where it boils down to, even if you don't believe me, cool, fine. That's cool with me. Whatever, right? I don't need that. What I'm trying to tell you, though, is about the children. That has never changed. That won't detour. We're not making any money off of our content. People are making so much money off of our pain. And enemies, evil impersonators are hit the screen and send me a like and a super chat and all that stuff. Like, since I know your stuff is monetized, but Miracle talking to you and talking, excuse me, hello, people, she put on a whole event for free with no charge to tickets, no charge to food. Yeah, that was her. So, you know what I'm saying? When you see things coming, when I see things stemming from it, I'm like, okay, but there's nobody that has ever, besides you, that have come to me and said, hey, my account is monetized. Actually, there is one. It was her name on X. I call it Twitter. Is the nerd in charge? And she said something about like, hey, I have a platform and I would put it up, but my account is monetized. So whether or not, the video replays, whenever it replays, it's going to ding the account. So do you want me to send the money to you? Do you want me to do something with it? And I'm like, yeah, do something. If we did do a live, at that point I was like, just wait a second, because I don't want that problem. But I just don't want that problem. Just please just keep speaking. That's cool, thank you. But when you look at it like that, I was like, all right, let's feed the homeless. If you have it, then go to a youth shelter and gift them with some things that that they wouldn't get. We're always saying, like, the truth is priceless. So if you're trying to send something to us, can you do something with that? Can you take it to a women's and children's shelter? Can you feed them? Can you get them some brand new clothes and take it? Don't just give them hand-me-downs. Can you do something for somebody that doesn't have it. You don't hear that from everybody else that is trying to merch and bring gain to my pain. You just don't. And there's more people making money off of me than I have ever made. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. But to
tag team real quick.
Tag you in.
Speaking of, I know I've done addressed this so many times, so I don't feel like I should go super deep into it or whatever the case may be, because I mean, obviously I done wrote stuff to explain the monetization. We got a whole timeline of like how this all happened and how y'all came after we became monetized. It wasn't that Ali, and all this type of stuff. So me and Ali had an understanding. So regardless of that, but I do want to just make it clear, just in case we got some new people, brand new or whatever the case may be. Y'all ain't got to know exactly or whatever the way it goes, but I've been very open and transparent about like what happens with funds here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the first thing we do is tithe around here, right? And y'all know I got a team, right? We got a little team. We got to, keep things going and flowing, right? And then after that, funds go directly to this cause. Okay, even with that, you ain't got to know where and which one and which like, but it goes directly to this cause that my sister here has been like shouting about for the past 5 years. So at the end of the day, like, at least I've been open, honest, and transparent over here. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I haven't heard anyone else say what they're doing, and I think people can see what we're doing here. So thank you to those that support. Thank you to those that watch and subscribe and all that type of stuff. At least you know where it's going, what we're doing. I mean, even without knowing exact details, but I'm letting y'all know here again now, it goes directly towards the cause. Like, things get divvied up, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, support or not, whatever the case may be, I mean, we can go on and on about this or whatever, but I just wanted to make that known as well. I mean, she's addressed the monetization of this channel. I've addressed them multiple times. Thank you to those that get it and have listened. And that's all I want to say, but you go, sorry. You got it.
The transparency though is where it's at, because that's what people are not doing. If you are doing something with it, it'll show for it. It'll definitely show for it. There's people saying that we rich.
Oh, I forgot to say that. I love to read people's comments. Yeah, somebody today was saying that you done got rich off of this, sis.
Oh, really?
Why you still on the road? Because
rolling in dimes and nickels. Because I'm trying to understand. Wouldn't you think that it would show for it?
This lady still asking for a junk drawer and a home, and y'all sitting here saying she done got rich. Now, if you done got rich, sister, you could have told me. You know what I'm saying? You could have invited me to the housewarming if you done got rich around here.
You know, the investigative journalists, they know, because we turned over all of our financials. When I say that we turned over everything because we don't know how else to prove that the truth is the truth and the truth is priceless, and we're not playing about that. So when you're willing to be transparent about what you're doing, then we can talk. But until then, keep that same energy for the people who are impersonating or using our pain as their gain. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to leave that alone, because we got so much to talk about. But I'm just saying, like, use that same energy towards somebody who's literally being a trafficker all over again and using our voice as a money sign. And that's the sick shit that I'm talking about. But I mean, I digress. But there's so much that's going on, and I know there's that verse. What is it? I just had it today. Let me see. It was sis, we forgot to pray.
Oh, yeah. Well, we prayed offline, but we can pray again.
Let's do it.
All right. Do you want to do it this time, or you want?
You go.
You want me to do it again?
You go.
Again. I'm sorry.
I was gonna make a comment, but I won't. You know where I was gonna go, director.
Producer. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go on and on. All right, well, if all hearts and minds are clear, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, do you want to do your spiel? If y'all don't want to pray with us, now, well, this is GSL, so we do the Bible and the Lord over here, so
We
If
praying.
that ain't got clear by now, then I don't know. So we about to pray to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All right.
Yes. Amen.
Lord, I just want to say thank you, Lord. Thank you for this evening. Thank you for this time of fellowship with my sister once again. It's always good. Thank you for those that are gathered here as well around the world to just hear what you have in store for us, to hear the positive information as well as what you have in store for 2026 when it comes to this wonderful, beautiful, talented lady I'm talking to right now, Miss Allie Carter. And Lord, we just thank you for the wonderful, wide, beautiful questions that's going to be asked tonight and answered, and just having a good time of fellowship. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So it's Joel 2:25. And it says, the Lord says, I will give you back 7 times what you lost. 7.
Look, 225 in 2025.
Okay. 7
Let's
times.
go.
Y'all know I have always been like, okay, what's next? And dreading it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to speak life and positivity and hope and faith into existence of what is in the future, because it's been so much hell, it's been so heavy, it's been so demonic, it's been a spiritual smackdown that some people just don't understand for a minute. So I'm trying to do that more because I feel like we've done our part, we've done as much possible that we can do. Like I was saying, it's y'all know our name all over the place. Y'all coming from all over the place. I don't know if you in comments right now that you can put up your flags or where you're at.
They are. I saw some people chatting some locations. I'm gonna go all the way up and then we're gonna go down. But go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, no, there's so many people all over the place that just know we exist.
Vermont in the building.
Hey, Vermont. See that? And
Appalachian Mountains, Pennsylvania.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I was just finding places. I'll just put them up on the screen and you can see them.
Okay. But yeah.
Yes, we are live. Somebody's like, "Are you live?" Yes, this is live.
This is live.
We live. Toronto, Canada. Canada's in the building, sis.
Oh my gosh. And see, that's just, I thought we were yelling at our screens. So after 5 years of going through so much of like, listen, this is the truth. I don't care what we go through. I don't care what people got to say about us. What gets taken from us, the truth costs more than it will to ever sell it for. And if you are telling the truth, you will see it. There will be signs because you will lose everything. It ain't easy. It will hit you in a way that I can't even explain. And for people like us, we have to put down everything, our home, our animals, hell, our identity and our clothes. We wear the same thing over and over again because we have to pack our stuff up. So, I mean, I think we got seasons of clothes in these luggage bags. Like I'm telling you, I would just, I want it back. I know what peace feels like. I know what life feels like to be like, okay, we're not doing nothing today. So I'm trying to debate on the stress of what we cooking tonight and what may be on the TV, and maybe I'm gonna clean up a room or something. I miss those nights. I really do. Just doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And having a garage and a junk drawer and our stuff out of a storage. Like I was telling mama the other night, I miss me, and not so much missing the old me, because I was in a lot of denial. I've changed a lot. I've healed a lot with all of y'all help. Y'all being here, your presence, your love, your real love that exists even just through the screen. Like I've never had that. I've had it just from my mama. And, I stayed away from so many people, friends and whatnot, because I was just like, loved ones are a liability. You see what happens when, I say I like something. I could like a Coke can and people are like, destroy it. And anybody else who has it. Because there's somebody who believes that I'm their property. So to know all these people exist, 5 years, there was a promise that I kept saying in the beginning, a few kids that I was with, suffering with, we were joking one night about if somebody gets out of here, you better send an army back to help us all. And some of us got out, whether it was somebody died, whether it was somebody ran and nobody knows what the story was after that. On my case, people are calling me a traitor because I disappeared and everybody feels like their debt went up. But there's some people who really, there's none that never looked back or tried to continuously, we gonna go back, we gonna point people back, because you get so much hail and it's not easy. So we promised each other, and I feel like that promise has been majority of my survivor's guilt for a really long time. And now I feel like I made that promise. I feel like we did everything in our power to do it. It was not easy. It's nothing compared to 16, 17 years ago of being somebody's sex slave and doll and toy and punching bag and everything else evil. But it's worth it to say I have my own voice, and it's worth it to say I don't have to pick my quota or my worth for the night. It's worth it to say I'm not somebody's punching bag or doll anymore. And while we're here on this earth, I feel like the best thing to do is to try to get those moments back. You know, we have done everything possible. We have told y'all, like, we have given y'all the truth, the proof. We put it out there. We've told people things that you would think we would be dead by now, but that's not God's plan. Sorry, not sorry. That's just not God's plan. I mean, I even said it. I don't know how we sit here, but God. So,
Here you go.
I mean, there's many ways that I can explain it to you. If you don't believe in God, then I can explain it to you that, hey, we move a lot. And before you saw us, our face on here in this way, we were never in one spot. We took a different way home. We took a different way to work. We took a different way to get to school. Like, I always had somebody with me. You know, everybody, you know, that are in authority that needed to know knew about what was going on. Police reports have been made. Court documents have been done. We've done all that stuff. But you see how rigged the justice system is just with the things that you're seeing now. So it's like, how could you not believe? You know, everybody will take a lie in like real quick, no problem whatsoever. But to digest the truth, we have such a hard time. like, like it's right in your face. So I feel like now I'm trying my best to say, hey, my mom and us. If you don't know, DID, but dissociative identity disorder. If you're just not watching this, please look it up. But you can't just torture someone and be all right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we are more so looking towards the positive. How are we going to get a place back to call home? I want that junk drawer. We want our things out of storage. I want more than what's in my luggage bag. My mom wants her animals back. She really wants a garden. And I really just want to go back to school, not for the fact of the degree. It's whatever. It's the principle of the thing. I really just want to say I did it. I earned it. Give it to me. Let me have it. And as a dance teacher, I am a dance teacher, y'all. I've been telling y'all that from the jump when you met us. If you look at the sweater that I'm wearing in the bonnet video, you will see that it actually says top soloist. I don't usually do this. I don't usually auga. I don't usually honk honk, but I'm gonna do it right now, okay? It says top soloist on my arm. If you go back and look at the bonnet video, and it says the dance competition on my chest. So we were getting ready. As a competitive coach, I still do. I teach, volunteered and taught special needs kids, all ages, from the babies doing the bop and the bounce to the baby bounce to adults to just all types of things. I've done so much ballroom and flamenco and swing dancing and Latin dancing and ballet and jazz and hip hop and lyrical. And I love to mix fusions together. It's so much fun. But knowing what that piece feels like, I am like craving it like somebody who needs their next tattoo. You know what I'm saying? I am craving it like you do that holiday food around the same time of year where you're like, it's that time of year for dressing. I am craving that piece again, just to have fun and just to be. So we really trying to focus on that. And with all the investigations going on, this was supposed to be a see you later segment.
Remember? It was. Yep. She said she was gonna say bye to us. So this is gonna be the GSL bye-bye tonight.
I didn't say bye, I said see you later. It's not bye.
Now today is over. I must go home.
Whatever. No, I didn't want to keep going in circles. Stop it. Stop. And see, you and a few other people have been like, y'all can't just leave. And we feel that. We feel that because this really has been like our chosen family. After all the hell that everybody's been through in 2020 of like the getting singled out and you can't sit with us because of other opinions and propaganda and politics and things like that, it's gotten out of control and people have lost people for just having an opinion or truth. And it's getting really dark. It's gotten really dark. So after all that, the amount of people that have come together, that saying, don't trust everybody on the internet, we still don't, but the amount of people that have come together all over the world and said, hey, there's a pattern here in the Child Protective Services system in Texas, or the same system is in Georgia and the same system is in New Zealand. That's crazy, y'all. Like, there shouldn't be a copy and paste pattern everywhere. That means that the government, the people who make the laws and majority of the problems are causing the problems. If there is a cookie cut program and pattern everywhere that you can talk to a random person out in 10 states over and still be like, why is that similar? Why do we have similar stories? Why do we have similar patterns to these stories? Make it make sense, y'all. Like,
I mean, to be honest with you, like I even heard recently, now it might sound a little weird, whatever, I don't like to misquote, so let me pull it up. But there was this dude that I guess claim, or I don't know if it's so much that he claims to be, but he claimed that his family believes that they are part of like the Nephilim bloodline. And when I was watching the video, honestly, a lot of the stuff that he was saying that he went through in his childhood sound very similar to you and yours. So I just, again, like that's two people, you know what I'm saying, that has told a similar story about, things they've experienced in their childhood of families or whatever the case may be doing things because they believe that they are what they believe they are and all this type of stuff. And so, I mean, that's just two people. But again, how many people have to come in and share this testimony over and over again? Like at the end of the day, like regardless of all of that, again, we already said it again. Like if you don't believe, fine. But can we make sure we just keep an eye on our own kids? Like I think that's been the message the whole time. Like, then again, I've talked about numerous times what hearing your testimony has done for me and my family. I'm still over here homeschooling vibes, you know what I'm saying? Because of you and your testimony at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, he probably would have just been going some regular public school, something like that. If, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't hear your testimony about 5 years ago and stuff. And so my thing is, can we do something in your communities, in your families, to make sure that none of these children in your circle of influence go through anything remotely similar to what Ali has shared and what that young man has shared and what countless others are sharing. Like, that's the other thing about GSL here too. Like, a lot of people are saying me too in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of y'all that are feeling empowered to speak out because you heard Allie's testimony. You're like, thank you for speaking for me. Like I've seen a lot of that stuff in the comments in reference to you and stuff like that. And so, you know, so God bless you, you know what I'm saying, for go ahead and, you know, crashing out that one time, you know, and getting the world's attention to wake up and just be more diligent about your kids. Like if you don't get nothing else from nothing that has been done over the past 5 years, just be more diligent about your own kids and family. And that's what makes the stuff, I guess, the naysayers and the smear campaigners and all those things that much more weird to me, because it's like, okay, even if we put all this other stuff aside about Allie, like at the end of the day, her message is make sure your kids are protected, make sure they're good, like make sure they're not going through evil, crazy things. Like what is wrong with that? And why are y'all fighting against that?
Yeah, watch out for the next generation.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so what's the problem with that message? I don't think there's anything wrong with that message. I think, yeah, we should be more diligent. If you can't see, like, the kids are being attacked in all kinds of ways these days. You know what I mean? And if you're like, yes, spiritual warfare, but then like physical too. Like, you can't go without hearing about kids going through stuff at school or, you know, anywhere, everywhere. And yeah, okay, bad things are happening to everybody, you know, male, female, and children. But at the end of the day, the children and our elderly are like the most vulnerable of us all, right? Because like once you reach a certain age, you should be able to like protect yourself to a certain extent, you know, then okay, men should protect the women, you know, X, Y, and Z too, but surely let's protect the children, right? And definitely like the mental and the elderly, like what's wrong with that message? Like, yeah, make sure these people are good. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it, sis. Like that's the part that's so weird to me.
It blows my mind too, because I'm like, are y'all rolling out that same welcome wagon and bandwagon? Here we go again. Are we keeping that same energy for those who are just sitting here trying to tell you something so they can rake a wallet? Or are you just bitching at me because you think that what I'm saying is hitting too close to home? Because that's kind of what it's feeling like to me. It's feeling like the generational trauma is showing on some people, and that you were supposed to break a chain that started at you and you decided not to. You decided to give in to that and create another chain, and you're just as guilty, because what I'm saying to you doesn't just apply to the top, it applies to everybody from the middle to the bottom. So if we're, you know, we can get on all these big names in Hollywood and elite and whatnot, but then when you stop and think, this is happening in our school. So this is our teachers. These are our everyday doctors. This is our everyday Child Protective Services Agency, that in the title, y'all, child, you're supposed to protect the child with your services.
And the weird thing, sis, is like everything you just said is in the news too. So, you know, and I'm not saying believe everything the news say, but what I'm saying is, even if people want to act like, oh, that didn't happen to you, then okay, did it happen to the other little girl and the other little boy that got like they did reports on this stuff in the news about family situations, school situations, all this stuff is happening to other people every day. Like I can't go scroll social media without seeing missing people. I can't scroll without seeing, you know, this didn't happen in the school. This teacher has, like, I mean, so why do we need all these examples? I don't think we do.
When do we get to a point where there's so much information that you feel like this may get personal for me? When do you get to a point
and then they want to scream? And I don't get that. I don't want it to happen to my kid.
That's usually what happens. We don't get involved until it's personal. And I've always said that too. Why don't let it get too personal before you're like, oh, maybe I should just at least, you know, awareness. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is that weapon to say, I'm not going to scare my kid into knowing what may be outside when they walk out the door. I may do everything that I can to protect them, but there's kids out here hurting kids because there's kid recruiters that exist in the child trafficking industry. So once
things happen to kids, they, like you just said, they act it out. They do it to the next one, like some knowingly, some unknowingly, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if something's been done to them, that's what they know, and then they go and do it to the next kid, and then it just keeps going. And unfortunately, I know even your mom was speaking about this, and I'm talking about Mama Shelly, okay, about this in I think the most recent video about, like, unfortunately, a lot of people have dealt with molestation in their childhood to some extent. And that's the problem. Like, it went hush hush for all these years, and so there's a whole generation of us that have been through things, and then you're not saying anything about it or whatever because you don't want to rock the boat in your family, whatever it is, and it just keeps going because nothing is being addressed in your, again, families, communities, house,
chain that starts to leak and bleed out on relationships, friendships, work. It eventually starts to bleed out. That trauma can't just stay in, no matter what way in denial you want to be. And I'm speaking from experience here. That's how you met me. Valid crash out. But couldn't help it.
We'll start flipping tables.
Jesus had to yell at some people too. So I'm like, God, what would you do? But I looked, and he brought out the Old Testament hands at one point, started flooding places. It was like, ain't nobody getting anything back if y'all don't stop it. Turn around and look at it again and watch what happened to you. And I feel like that's the type of level that people need to be on, because when you stop to think, when is it personal enough? When is it personal? When you hear a headline of 200 children saved in Mississippi, when you hear 200 children saved in Georgia, and that happens to be your area, and you're like, how'd I miss this? How'd I miss this? Because I watched the news. And if you watch the news, then you're like, why didn't they talk about all these kids? Where was the parents at? Why wasn't anybody looking for them? Where was the Amber Alerts? Why wasn't my phone going off 24/7? Where were the posters? Where was the outrage for the children at the same level that there was for things that are in politics, propaganda, COVID, social media, whatever you want to go with, Black Lives Matter, is if you don't hear about it like you heard about all that, why not? Why not?
Well, don't get me started on that. I mean, then we know about the manufacturer /
who owns Amber Alert. Yeah.
Movements and stuff. It's just very interesting, again, what we pay attention to. And I just think that's the weird thing for me. Like, we go so hard and pay attention to like the negative things or whatever, but then like the real issue stuff, like nobody says anything about. So nobody's noticing any of these reports about
nobody wants to touch it. Kids. That makes it too personal. It makes it way too personal, because then if you touch it, then you got to, first of all, you got to look in the mirror. And that's the part that sucks the most. Nobody, the hardest thing that you will ever have to deal with, the hardest person that you will have to deal with is yourself. Because there's some things that everybody has had to grow through to be the person that they are today, and you can't say that you're not. You just can't. I don't care how you dealt with it. I don't care if you passed it over. I don't care if you buried it. It changed you in some type of way, shape, fashion, or form for you to be sitting here with us today, to even be listening to this conversation, or to be concerned about the topic of the conversation that we're having about child trafficking and sex slavery. You know what I'm saying? There had to be something in your life that made you go, Girl. It's already personal.
Right. And that, like I said a second ago, like I don't want anything to happen to my kid, right? So what I do is try to be more proactive in that area and make decisions and whatnot to prevent as much as possible, right? Anything remotely similar to what happened with me or what happened with you, so again, he don't go to, you know what I mean? He outside of family, and we still got to watch family too, unfortunately, right? But outside of family, he don't go spending the night and stuff like that because there's too much going on in this season. And that's all I think you have been saying over the past 5 years. Like, yeah, it goes beyond, because again, it goes to the elites and all this other stuff too. But you've been very clear, I feel like, this past 5 years that, hey, this is still regular people too. Like, and so thank God for, like, if we go back real quick to positive, right? Thank God for those individuals that were in your life that felt the need to go ahead and speak up. Like, shout out to those teachers that came through and, said, you know what, this is something that I witnessed. They obviously had an effect of, because I believe some of them saying that they got fired and whatnot. Because
a lot of them fired, and not just one, sis. So, not just one, y'all. a group. Help me. Stop for a second and think, what would it take for somebody to not just get one person fired, but a group of people? You have to go through multiple people, a general manager, a hiring manager, a supervisor, and so on and so forth. There is a chain of command everywhere. Tell me how somebody shut down that entire chain like that. Think about it.
So,
and with the social workers that you hear from as well, again, chain of command. There is the ombudsman that sit at the top, the oversight, supposed oversight, only one person, that's not real oversight, anywho. The ombudsman, the supervisor of the county, the managers of the county, the social workers of the county that are underneath them. Then they branch out to the agency workers, like Brittany, that we met here. Then you have those people who connect as the guardian to this child, that connects to the teachers of their schools, that connects to whoever is watching them for the day, that connects to whatever program that they have. And you're telling me that a chain of people, from Child Protective Services, from the teachers that were in my school, from the doctors that had my my file, whatever the case may have been, you're telling me that somebody got threatened within this chain, it trickled down, and it kept silencing how many people? So there's some people who I'm like, yeah, I need an apology, and I'm still wondering how that worked. However, there's some people who are like, I legit tried. I tried, and I got shut down because I tried to go tell somebody. I tried to go say, hey, this is not okay. It's not okay for this kid that I'm seeing it with. It's not okay for my kid if I did have a kid. It's not even okay for a damn animal. It's not okay. And then they get shut down. And then they get harassed, and they get threatened, and they get silenced. And then you're living with PTSD because you're like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And there's somebody on you. There's blood on your hands. There's no way to spin that. For those of you who are still thinking about coming forward, there's blood on your hands because you turned away from me and I was supposed to be dead. You turned away from somebody else that is no longer here to tell you that. That's the part that blows me away.
Speaking of blowing you away, so I know you also mentioned as well that there was a CPS person, I think a significant one, that came and admitted as well, and in the investigations admitted their part that they played. So how did you feel about that? Like, I mean, I know you said that people that was also in it with you, teachers from your past that tried, you know what I'm saying, and then the CPS person. That's all I know so far. I was looking forward to tonight's discussion.
I'm looking forward
again. Tonight's discussion
I know that there's so many more. Yeah, I know that there's so many more that I still don't know about because there's still just investigations going left and right, and they keep opening one door and 1,000 things pour out, and then they ask one question and then they got 50 more, and that's exactly how my life has always been, so I understand it. At first, I was in shock. When someone messaged me and said, hey, TBTT messaged me and said, hey, we got a message from a former social worker of yours. And I'm like, no. Then they told me which one, which I will let them tell you. I'll let them tell you. Then it really blew me away because this person threatened me numerous times. This person was like, you can't keep telling on people because we basically can't keep doing this. And the more threats that came in, they shut me down numerous times. And this is one of them. And I know there's multiple that came forward. And they just admitted, like, I tried and I looked away, and I'm sorry about that. I see it now. At first I was just in shock, but then I was pissed. Like, I felt like the apology would have, I always said, like, just say you're sorry. I thought that would have went different. And I was like, at one point I was just like in shock, and then I was happy that it was confirmed and I was validated, and I was happy. And then I went through a range of emotions, but ultimately I was angry. I was so angry. And I was crying one night just after, just my mom was like, what is wrong? And I was like, I'm trying to process because, Mom, for me, you're saying you're sorry to me, but who else did you turn away from? That was my ultimate question, because I know kids that were in the system that went with me to some of the things that I had to do. And I'm like, are they still even here? Are they still even alive? So are you telling what, can we specify what we're saying we're sorry for? Because are you saying you're sorry to admit it that you got caught, or are you saying you're sorry for every damn thing that happened? Because I got a list and I still got questions. But I'm just like, okay, better late than never, right? That saying hits harder every time. Better late than never. So I mean, next week on Friday, like I have never counted down. I was counting down to tonight too, but I'm counting down once again to next Friday, because I want to know too. There's some things that I don't know yet. I'm getting little pieces because of, they're doing so much incredible, deep work that, again, should put other investigative journalists on notice. Like, where's everybody?
Well, it should put some of these, again, other people on notice, because it seems like y'all might be the ones getting exposed. Okay, like who y'all really are. Because I think that, and then I know I touched on this in Brittany's interview, and I know she kind of was like, "Oh, man, I don't know if I want to talk about it." I'm like, look, well, I do, and I don't know how you feel about it, but look, these nameless, faceless channels. At the end of the day, like, y'all see me, right? It's been like a whole timeline of receipts of how I got here, and me and her is where we are today. At the end of the day, y'all nameless, faceless people, like, at the end of the day, like, who are you really, right? And why are you so invested in this young lady and her testimony? Like, because at the end of the day, y'all ain't saying none of that. And so to me, it seems like, and this is just me, I don't know, maybe the investigative journalist will let us know next week. But to me, it seems like either y'all was part of this thing and y'all trying to get people away from her and what she's saying, or you're just maybe pawns in the game, and somebody that was part of it got y'all doing this or whatever. But outside of that, it's like, why y'all going so hard when all this lady is in here saying it's protect kids? And make, you know what I mean? Like,
because hey, the ones that they
stuff in my life
do have covered, that they are announcing, have a huge criminal history and criminal background, and it's known for stalking, harassment. It's known, and it's going to be listed, and it's going to be shown, and you can look it up yourself and see that the criminal history of the records that they have of stalking and harassing other children, women, domestic violence, beating the hell out of another female, using other females as sex slaves and toys, and all the things. I see that so many little angry men, and this is the sad thing, is little angry black men that are very little men in so many ways. They didn't get much but a big ego, and I think that's why they're so angry. But there's some very little men that are upset, and it's, to me, it's showing that if you can't beat up on the domestic violence abuse victim, whether that was the girlfriend, the wife, the child of the girlfriends, or whatever, you want to beat up on me. So it shows. So, I mean, no matter what, it just shows the criminal record. Unfit predators and unfit parents follow unfit predators and unfit parents. You have and then those who keep their background, the face covered, you clearly have something. I dare you to say who you are, because we have we were starting to get in the positive, but we have everything to the point, and I'm gonna leave this right here. Some usernames that people think are covered have been uncovered, and it's just being collected at this point. We know exactly who they are. There are some people who even sat with us and think that we don't know exactly who they are. There are some people who have supposedly died and don't exist anymore, sit behind some of these accounts too. We already know. They already know. There's some people who think that their records are completely vanished. They haven't, especially when you have the credentials to look them up. So I just, with all this said and done, my mom was right. You could, in a little bit, when everybody forgets us and 20, 10 years from now, I'm sorry, I'm just saying, but for real, like long later, this could literally be in a history book somewhere. And you can see how gang stalking works. You can see how predators work. You can see what they're guilty of because they say what they're guilty of. They project what they're guilty of. And they keep doing that. It takes a lot of work to be evil, like you see. It does. So
I think that for me, that was the reason why I wasn't too concerned. Like by the time I did hear, because to be honest, and I guess I laugh now because people came and told me about the stuff because I wasn't paying no attention to none of the stuff, right? So I ain't really
watch it. I think they really believe that. I watch
right.
it.
I guess they thought they were talking to me or something, right? And I ain't know nothing about it. And then other people, like concerned citizens of GSL, was like, "Hey," and they let me know some stuff. And then on some of them, I was like, okay, who are these people? You know what I mean? But yeah, I think, but see, and then someone's like, oh, we're gonna expose you or something. And I'm like, I guess you can try, because guess what? Yeah, like, I'm a decent citizen that ain't did much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Outside of whatever y'all see that I online, you know what I'm saying? In my entertainment background, things of that nature. So I'm like, okay, expose me, you know what I'm saying? But people that actually got histories and backgrounds and things that you probably did in your past, like, why would you put yourself in a position to be found out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between knowing that you ain't did nothing to be like, okay, expose me, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then it's a totally different thing to be like, oh, I done did some shady stuff in my past and I could be exposed, but I'm going to go hard at it, trying to expose some other people and think like you're not going to reap what you sow. And now tune in, I guess, next week to Truth Be Told. I'm excited to see what's happening, man. Maybe I see who some of these people are, you know?
I'm so excited. I really, really am. And that's, bringing it back. That was our purpose, to say, hey, this is the truth. And now, for those of y'all who've been rocking with us, if you just got here a little bit ago, but you've been with us through some heavy things, you know what I'm saying? Now you can say, I told you, just as much as I can. Because there's a lot of people who were called crazy and a conspiracy theorist, and again, lost friends and loved ones and all kind of things because they were like, listen, this is the truth. This is what's going on. Before Diddy got arrested, everybody was like, hey, this is going on with the elite. And people are like, get off the internet. That's too dark. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not real. And then Diddy got arrested, and then those same people were calling their conspiracy friend back like, hey, how'd you know that was going to happen? Because I've been listening to real survivors tell me the truth, and that was the truth before you found out.
Well, I don't understand how the videos and all this stuff are out, and I get it. Things could be AI, I get it, but like we see videos and all this stuff of the evil things, especially I guess when we talk about Diddy or whatever. Like, I mean, I saw the video of the lobby, the hotel thing. You know what I'm saying? So
and dragging her through
right. So I mean, could that be enough proof, or do we need more beyond that? Like, why we need so much?
And no, that still wasn't enough. It was people were praising his daughters after that. His daughters are so strong to go through all this slander and whatnot of this man. His daughters were the same age as that girl that he was dragging through the hotel.
So it's slander when we see video evidence. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, so sister, we can go several ways with this. We can go several ways with this. Do you want to keep on the positivity and whatnot, or do you want to kind of go into see what these people got to say? Because I see comments is happening and things. If you want to go address some of these and then go back to the positivity. She got something to say. Oh, okay.
Okay, wait. I got one more.
So let me get my alley water.
You better stop.
If you came to the event, the free event, y'all probably would have got one too.
I made those.
She did. Thank you, sister. Beautiful. Look, guess what? Save our children. Very clear. I don't know why I'm confused.
Thank you. I don't know what's the confusion, but there's some people. Anywho, No, y'all, seriously, I'm so excited because, okay, let's talk about the good stuff. They'll take questions. We said we were going to stop at an hour. It's almost an hour. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I laughed at you early. I'm like, yeah, right.
I said an hour. Okay. So, I did, y'all know, they got doxxed and harassed too, and still trying to figure out when somebody's pressing charges. Anyways, but the studio that I was able to go to, and they got harassed and whatever, but I stopped for a minute, and I was able to teach, and I was there for 6 weeks. Angels flew out from all over the place and stood guard and helped and whatnot, right? And so
she means regular people came out to help her. Okay.
Not white hats, regular.
I have to just remind people.
Aunties, uncles that have animals, jobs, and 9-to-5s to get back to. Yes. So I volunteered. Hear that again. You can even talk to that studio owner about that. I got paid nothing. I volunteered.
But moving forward, I just got to speak. Look, because I love you so much.
Everybody is like, we all.
She volunteer when she want to, but come on, pay this lady some for her services. But go ahead.
But yeah, so I volunteered, and they did so many pieces, and I'm actually going to be refilming some of these pieces and teaching some on here. I'm going to teach War Room, a piece that I did, a Christian worship piece that I did, and they did so good with it. I taught a few things. I taught something called War Room, which was a Christian worship piece. I taught Whiskey Lullaby, which I'll be redoing myself, so I can show you that choreography, because the person that danced it, I don't have their permission, but that's what happens when you do things the right way. You have their permission to post them. You don't just exploit and dox people. Just say,
I'm so sorry. Oh no, I have your permission too, right? Okay.
Yeah. No, you you do it. You have my permission. Miracle has my permission. But the people who have posted these innocent people have just started harassing them. I'm sorry, guys. But I got permission from one of my adult dancers to post the piece that I did called Ward of the State. And we're going to watch a little bit of it tonight. But I'm going to be posting it on my page. I'm so excited for you to see it. I choreographed everything, and everything is out of my nightmares. And and the piece is my story on my experience in foster care. And at the end of the piece, in order to do this piece, I always check on my dancers' mental health. That's my biggest thing as a teacher, because there's so many concepts that people can do, and people can do sassy and cute concepts and whatever. But I really love to put things on a stage that mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to have that conversation without talking, I want it to mean something, not just make you smile. But there's those pieces that make you feel like, oh, we got to talk. And this was one of those pieces. And Ward of the State, I broke some of the removed video that Miracle has that she's gonna show y'all, and Brittany talked about this video as well. It's from the perspective of a foster child, of an abused child, right? And the concept that I put on this dancer, this beautiful dancer, we're gonna call her Lottie. 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 She's amazing. I love her. She's an angel of ours. She's one of our heroes. Her husband, Knight Rider, don't play either, so don't do it. But you can try. I know you will. But her husband, you hear that? Her husband, Knight Rider, don't play. So her husband and her gave us permission to post her video, and I'm so excited for y'all to see it, because you don't get to see this side of me, and I really want y'all to see that I am more than my wounds. I love to just be, and I love to be happy. I really, really do. Y'all have seen me snot bubble cry on camera, so you got to know that I do love to be happy. More simple than this. The piece, she starts with a trash bag, because I carried everything in a trash bag like many other foster kids. And she starts with the trash bag of court bears. Every time we went to court, and for a lot of foster kids, they'll put you in a back room. We had the choice. I didn't want to go in the courtroom. with everybody arguing and fighting and saying all things about me, but not talking to me or really caring about my best interest. I didn't want to be in the courtroom. So I would go to basically like a playroom for the kids that you can sit in and wait for court to be over, and they come and let you know what's going on, even though you're kind of in shock and disassociating and have no idea what's happening. And then they sometimes give you these bears that you get to keep, and it's like donation bears that people donate to the court. So I used to get a lot of these, and then I would give them away to some other little kid that was crying, but I kept a few of them. And so I started the dance off with this bag of her putting out these court bears that she had. And when I had broke it down to her, because I was like, let me explain to you my life. And then she was one of the silent angels that was in the studio. So I put my life more so for her to bring to life. And she, oh, is so talented. She is a singer. She is a dancer, as y'all see. She is just a beautiful, beautiful soul that I pray that one day you get to hear from her directly. To be able to see her, you get to hear from her directly in a way. And she took everything that I told her and she brought it to life and applied it to the dance. Not only did she apply it because of what she heard from me, she applied it from the video that we're all about to watch, and she applied it from any life situation for herself that she felt like, what kind of things did I have to grow through to be able to connect to this piece. And at the end of the piece, the song is Amy Lee. Ooh, let me find the title so I can tell you. But the lyrics are, I don't need drugs. I'm already 6 feet low. Wasted on you. It's Wasted on You by Evanescence. Amy Lee. And the lyrics are, I'm looking for the bitter truth. I can't move on. I feel like I'm frozen in time, still wasted on you. And will I ever be the same? Am I strong enough to change? Is it in my blood? Am I worth anything? Is basically what the song is saying. And she goes through this time in CPS, and then at the end, she looks around and she grabs this trash bag and she takes off running the same way I did at 15 years old. So I'm just so excited for y'all to see it. And I have so many more pieces like that where I just feel like I just want to like, oh, in a way that people can understand, you know what I'm saying, and connect to, and then use it as therapy, which is what we were going to talk about too. I created a piece called Disrupt the Demand. You know, see, I'm trying to get it out. It's already past an hour. I'll shut up. You know, okay, you're right. You was right, but let's not. Don't do it right now. So,
you are fine.
Disrupt the Demand. I did a trafficking piece. It was a group piece where it was basically a memorial for my friend. I am telling you that I created these pieces so fast. If you're in the dance industry, you know it is not possible to create a dance competition team out of beginner ballerina dancers that don't really do other genres. They do other genres, but not as much. Very strict ballerinas, beautiful Russian trained ballerinas. Okay, shout out to that studio. And I created this team in 6 weeks. It mainly they did it, kind of learned all these dances in 4. It was the extreme Mission Impossible, and it turned into a miracle. We went for the experience. They came out with awards and a whole different look on life. We did a piece called Bullying Stops With Me, and they all had a cell phone. And these kids, they didn't know our story, but I told them through that dance. The song was Chaotic by Tate McRae. And she's saying, I'm trying my best to be brutally honest. Nobody says changing would be this exhausting. My foot's on the brake because it's making me car sick. How could you blame me? Growing up is chaotic. And the whole time they have this phone, and all 3 of them are going through an entirely different war that nobody knows about until the end of the dance. And they're passing the phone around like, you know, did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see this? So I'm so excited to say that I'm looking forward to dancing, to being a part of something, to to having a vision and saying, let's bring it to life. And you know that verse, Joel 2:25, God will give you back 7 times what you lost. So I know that I was saying I don't just miss me. I don't miss necessarily the old me. I miss the me that I know I can be. I know that I work hard, I love hard, I have a passion, I am telling the truth. You can look at my background and it speaks for me. You know what I'm saying? And now I just want to be able to be and have fun and do things that really, I just love to see people do something and have fun with it. So I'm really excited for anybody who wants to reach out. If you want to reach out
Well,
and email us to volunteer, and I will come out to teach it. Okay, listen. Sis. I know. Okay, but I know, but I am I just want to be there, okay?
I mean, now how you gonna get the house in the junk drawer, sister?
I know, but okay, see me first.
She don't want to take no donation. She don't want to.
Yes, I do.
Paid.
Because eventually we're gonna write this book and we're gonna do this musical that we're planning. Oh, I know, isn't it wild? You said who? Who? You.
I think you just told them something. I was like, I ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and Allie gonna look. We stand in cahoots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we teaming up. You know what I'm saying? Cash on the road.
It's more than us, sis.
Of course, yes. I mean, we have to have a whole cast if it's gonna be a musical.
Yes. I do. I want it to be everything. Like, I want it to be acting and dancing and singing and all the things that bring people joy and things that people never got a chance to do. Like, let's say you're in your 40s and you're like, I never got a childhood. I never got the opportunity to say that I wanted to do something like that or go to auditions or feel like somebody trained me with caring. I never got that opportunity. And now that opportunity is not presented for adults. That's us. Right here, these two, me and you and a lot of other people want to make that happen. Please. I'm telling you, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to give redemption to people who are like, hey, I'm not evil. I know there's an evil dance industry. I know there's an evil side of every industry, every single one, from the churches to the schools to the doctors to the teachers to the entertainment industry. But there are some good people out there that want to do real things, wholesome things for the truth. And I feel like now that we've raised awareness in the most, I don't even know if words could put to it anymore kind of way. Y'all are sitting here. Y'all know our name all over the world. So now can we switch it up? I never thought about that before. We were not trying to dream. You know, people were coming at us like, what about a movie? And what about a docuseries? And what about this? And what about that? And I'm like, it ain't time for that. And then you hit me with when is it time for that?
I was just asking questions.
You was. And it stuck. And I was like, oh, she right. Like, when is it time? Because as you can see, we were releasing Epstein files. But if we got enough files to release, then how come we don't have enough files from the DOJ that they're coming from to arrest somebody? What sense does that make, y'all? They're distracting you. You know that, right? So that's what I mean by going in circles. Like, unless there's an arrest, then we go into circles. Right now with the investigations being done with TBT, like, that's huge. So now we can uncover what has been hidden. That's one thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Uncovering it is one thing. Handing it over to make arrest is a whole other situation. Right now, they're uncovering it. The next step would be to hand it over to somebody to say, hey, we need something. We need something going on over here. We need restraining orders. We need arrest. Somebody belongs back in the criminal insane asylum. That's a regular patient and you should have never let her out. It's that type of situation that we have to jump to now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I want to go do something. So I just want to be me. I really, really do. I want to be me. I want to be free, and I want to be. I just want to be.
Well, you are
So
and will. You are and will.
that's the plan. As long
She
as
is
we're still
free.
here on this earth, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to fight for our passion again. We're trying to fight for our peace again. We have fought so hard to give y'all the truth. And now, until somebody does something, then we did our part. You know, it's now we passing the baton. Keep riding. Don't walk. Don't skip. Don't stop for snacks. Go.
And I just want to say, like, I'm very happy that you are now thinking this way, because I didn't listen to years of you being like, well, when I'm dead, blah. And I'm like, look, man, I don't like that. I already know I don't like that.
Yeah.
And so now that you're talking about living, right, and creating and using your gifts and talents, and letting the Lord use you however you want to use, and all that good stuff, I'm here for that. And I'm here to support that in any aspect you already know. So sis said she wanted to do a musical. I got a little music, got a little theater background, you know what I'm saying? I pull out, I don't know if she want me to dust off my little look. This lady talking about me auditioning for something with her. I ain't gonna tell y'all what, just in case she do want to go and audition for it. And I'm like, ma'am, okay, I done did some choreography. I done did a little choreography back there. I was in the chorus line one time. But woo, it's been a little while since I dusted off some dancing shoes. What in the world, girl? I did a little tea for two, you know what I'm saying? A little soft shoe tap. But golly, this lady said come and audition with her for something. I'm like, girl, ooh, Lord. But I help you put together a musical or whatever else you want to do. Yeah.
I would love to teach till I drop. Like, if we could I would do my own convention. And the biggest thing that I want to do, sis, is open the doors to kids that are less fortunate. I love those who are like, I got the money for that. I could pay for that. I just need to move some things around. Okay, good. But I really want to open doors to say $5 for foster kids. Bring somebody that's in foster care, and if you are in foster care, it is only $5, and that's coming out of agency money or county money or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They owe them that. So you want to talk about reparations? Foster kids need reparations. All right. And more allowance than they usually get. I got $11, and I was saying something back in the day. So I don't know how it is now.
About a question somebody had for you. And I know we wouldn't get into questions right now because you want me to see your stuff, but I don't want to forget because you know how I be. So real quick, if it's possible, like, how do you feel about, because there's these moves, I guess, from the first lady or the current first lady, right, to be towards the foster care, and somebody had that question for you here on GSL like a while back. So how do you feel about that and those moves? Okay, you look like you. All right, we ain't gotta talk about it if you don't want to, but
I do. I don't know if people are gonna like my response. That's just me. I feel that Melania is a survivor of some kind. I see some things and some similarities to see why she's picking that category of work, and I love that. And I just want to see more from that. I know that there was some executive order signed and whatnot, but I love that Melania's focus is already the children, because I don't think I've seen anybody with that focus in that position. But again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, when we can see more coming from it, when they can audit CPS, when when we can see more stemming from it, then I would probably have more to say about it. But for right now, I'm just kind of in that mindset of, I believe it when I see it.
I'm sorry, I hate to misquote. I like to say exact what I'm talking about, but unfortunately I don't have it in front of me. But I feel like, I don't know if this is the same thing, but was it something about the foster kids getting some type of, not say reparation, but like some type of like getting once they get a certain age now, a little something to, I don't know if it's financial to help them transition out of foster care? Is it something like that?
Transition program, which I was a part of. It was called ILP for the state of California. It's Independent Living Program. I was also put on a SILP, Standard Independent Living Placement, which is I was placed with my mom, Shelly Ray Carter, at 17 years old. So again, I was placed in an independent living placement from Child Protective Services with my mom. It didn't just happen to be her. She didn't just fall out of the sky with her little angel self. That just didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So they do give you services up until a certain age. I don't know if that's extended now. For me, it was up until 26 that I received services for school. So I felt like, even though I was getting adopted, I tried my best to take advantage of those services because I'm like, hey.
So you feel like it was good then? Or is it going in the right direction, do you think? Or needs to get better?
It always needs to get better. They just need to look into some things, the transparency. I feel like they owe kids, especially foster kids, so much more than what they're giving them. I know that there's some funds that have been cut off in the state of Tennessee in regards to foster kids. Like you're supposed to have like they're supposed to do like these foster care events and stuff. And in certain states, I think it's Tennessee, Texas, and I don't know the other one, but it probably is so in California. But there were budget cuts for their kind of foster care party. So every kind of now and again, especially for Christmas, they'll have a get together so that the kids can see other kids. The parents can talk to other parents. The kids can get together and just do a fun event. Sometimes they would bring out party princesses that really couldn't sing, and impersonators that had a horrible voice. And it was just something to do, and the kids, you would hate it, but there was something to talk about, something to go do. And now I see that they've done away with that with budget cuts instead of doing away with something else that didn't take any type of joy away from the kids. So that's where I'm coming in, and I was offered to come and put on a foster care event somewhere. I'm not going to say where. But I was asked to come put on a foster care event like that because of these budget cuts that I found out in some of the states. And you know me, I'm like, I do it. Let me do it. Please let me do it. And so I'm going to be going out and we have plans, goals, and almost dates to go out and put on a foster care event and give back to the kids, do something where I can teach them a dance class, do an art class or something with them, just to get together to say, let's do something fun in your scene. And I'm so happy. And I get to do their hair for this place that called. They said, hey, we have some, some things coming up, and the kids have some, dances and things going on at school, and they don't have that money to say, hey, can I get somebody to come out and do my makeup and my hair? And Black girls, culture girls, biracial girls that are like, I can't do anything with my hair. I don't know how. And some of their parents just don't know how. I am willing to teach. I was called and I'm like, hey, let's sit down with the foster parents. Let's sit down with the baby. Let me bring some grease and a bonnet and a comb. Let me teach you how to put this braid in. Let me teach you how to take it out. And then you're going to try to do one right here with me. And eventually you'll know how to do it, because it's not rocket science. And a lot of people, because my mom is white and I know she looks just like me, I know that's such a shock to people. But, a lot of people were like, because our skin doesn't match, she couldn't do my hair. But you see, my mama does my hair. But that was a huge thing for a little bit. But I'm like, there's YouTube.
You got my wheels turning. I mean, we already got to do these alley bonnets because, I mean, look, you know me. I'm over here like.
and then and look over here, not over there. Yeah, I see you. And that would even be cool too, if there's any way that I could, if there's anybody that would be willing to let me do their hair and let me use their head like a mannequin and not show their face, and say, hey, let me teach you how to do some hair or something. So if we get that opportunity, I will do that. And we could put up a little something over their face, and doesn't have to be a foster kid, but there's somebody also who called and was like, hey, I don't know how to do hair in that way, and always been trying, and I've just wanted to learn. And I want to be able to do that for my kid. I want them to feel confident. Even the boys, the boys, they be getting their braids and whatnot. So, I'm trying to do more things to say, hey, we're still spreading awareness. We're still fighting. We want to pass the baton. And y'all can jump on social media and yell at people and shout from the rooftops and try your best to shake people and say, hey, wake up. I'm trying to warn you in history. But as far as that side season chapter of our life, we are closing that on New Year's Day.
Honestly, like I said, I love all it. And honestly, I know a lot of people come and they it's kind of slowed down a little bit now, but people have come and been like, "Ooh, what is Ellie doing too? Ooh, what is she doing for the kid?" And I'm like, if you've been here at all, y'all have seen what this lady done did. And she's one lady that has done all of this and now done gather all of us up together. So at the end of the day, like if we all just did one of the things that she's done, maybe just one of the things that she's done, then maybe again it's each one reach one, teach one, you know what I'm saying? And so we ain't got to make the whole list again of all the things you've done over the years. I just want to see whatever we can do to help you continue to do those things, because obviously it brings you so much joy. We see it bursting from you when you talk about it and all these amazing things. And so
even the homeschool babies, like to be able to put on a virtual dance class to say for those who are homeschooled.
Sign mine up. He gonna look. He gonna
have hey, like my baby. That's my baby.
And I told you to do the virtual classes, but you ain't put them up yet. When you gonna put them up?
I get to go film them soon.
What? No, I'm talking about the ones that they can be live with you. You could do virtual class, and the kids and everybody can sign up, and we can pay our fees for you to teach the dance online, at least for a little bit. I'll put you on spot. She live now, y'all. She live. yeah. Because look, you already got one. You got one student. So how many more students you got, y'all? Let her know and tell her to stop playing and put up this class.
And that's what I want to do. See, and that's what I want to do too, because I know there's so many heroes that I call super babies, and the heroes that have their babies that know of us, and they painted rocks with us, and they went out with their parents and put out posters, and they've been explained things that, like, I know some superheroes have explained to their super babies, like, hey, there's some kids who don't have parents that love them, and Allie and Shelly are on the internet speaking about those things, and some people are just mad because they're telling the truth on some people, explaining it in a way that they understand. And there's babies that have been like, okay, well, I'll give up my toys.
Look, somebody said 2. So look, you got 2 students already. So what we're doing? I didn't gave her the link to Outschool, y'all. Look.
4 makes a class.
We want.
We want eat.
Right. Well, speaking of your dancing and your teaching, I mean, do you want to show the people what you were telling us about now? Look at her. Yay. Okay, so these what we're getting ready to show. Are we showing? Oh, somebody said 4. Somebody said 3. Class is full. The class is full already.
Class is full. Class used to be in session. Okay. I will get on it. I will start posting some codes. I was thinking if I teach War Room on here, it'll be posted on here by the end of next week. What if we did like how they did the Alley challenge? What to get in a kennel? What if we did some people to just do the dance? It's beginner. I swear nobody's turning side turns and side aerials and side splits. We're not doing that yet. We're just gonna have some fun. And I don't care if you've never danced before. It's in your blood. Everybody got that bone in their body that they can just get loosey-goosey. It don't matter who you are, what age you are. And I teach all kinds of things, even down to wheelchair dances. So for those who are like, I can't get up, or my knees hurt, or things like that, I do all of it. So I will teach things that you can be like, okay, I probably can't do that. If I drop it like it's hot, it's not coming up like it's lukewarm. So I just need a minute. So I understand that. So we can make some modifications for those who have like, I have bad knees, or a bad back.
Allie's gonna teach some classes for adults, and they're gonna be videos, and y'all can do the choreography and things like that. But then we also gonna probably have some of these live classes that y'all can sign up for online and have the children. And she can teach some little children dancing, maybe look weekly, bi-weekly, so we can have some consistency. And I'm not a manager, I ain't getting no cut. I'm paying for my child to take the class because he needs extracurriculars anyway, right? And so
yeah, put that on those PE credits.
Move and shake with, there you go, to PE credits. So look, don't make me move and shake with Auntie Allie. I don't know what we're gonna call it. We got a lot of work to do.
There's so much to look forward to, and no matter what, now to teach classes, that would give us something to look forward to. Because if I could find a space where I could, even if we just found a rec center, and if it's if it's something that I'm like we can't afford that to rent out a space, then the parks and things, the world again is a stage and everywhere.
Okay, just put the camera up.
For real, like we're gonna pull over and I'm gonna teach you. So if I'm rolling in the grass and getting itchy, then you can roll on the floor.
Yes.
Don't have me doing all that, getting all itchy and getting hives and stuff for no reason. Please.
It ain't gonna be no reason. Look, you got 4-5 students already. Okay, that ain't no reason.
Okay. And we gonna do some fusions too. So
look at us. Well, great. If I got to get NJ some tap shoes, what we doing? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, okay.
You let us know what we need, and then we sign the kids up, and then they do their video lessons, and then multiple streams for this young lady for 2026. So we've seen some videos. Allie has sent us some videos. And so this one that says you want it removed to be seen first, right?
Yes. Can we show if you can play a little bit? We won't play that much of it. I'd say like 5 minutes. And if you would like to go watch the rest of this is what Brittany was talking about. Again, it's based off of a foster child's perspective, and they did a really great job with this. And this is what you'll hear in the beginning of that dance that Lottie shows you, and then I'll also be refilming it myself, so y'all can see I every dancer brings a whole different genre and feel, so I wanted you to see how Lottie danced it, and then I'll be dancing it too. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Are you able to see where I'm at?
Yeah, I see the screen.
Can you see me? Or can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, cool. I'm going to make it full screen. How is that? Because I'm not over there where you're at. I'm on the other page right now.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Everybody's good. We can see everything.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to play the first 5 minutes of this. So let's check it out, guys. Movie time. Y'all got your popcorn?
Movie time. Y'all good? Pajama party.
Pajama party. Yeah. I got my for those that know, since this is, I guess, a Vlogmas technically, I guess.
Yes.
The infamous Christmas Ravens pajamas that have been picked this year. I guess these are our forever pajamas because he got NJ like clearly an adult size small.
You gonna grow into that.
This is our family.
You got some
pajamas.
To
Yeah, he's like, and the joke is he'll wear it until he's actually able to fit it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Eat a little bit
all right,
more.
So here we go. We're gonna see some of Removed, which is part of before the piece that we'll see in a moment. So here we go.
Sometimes someone hurts you so bad.
I don't think you understand.
it stops hurting at all. Until something makes you feel again. And then it all comes back. Every word. Every hurt. Every moment. How could you ever understand where I come from? Even if you ask, even if you listen, you do not really hear or see or feel. You don't remember my story. You haven't walked my path. You haven't seen what I've seen. My past defines me. This is who I am. I am unseen, unheard, unwanted. That is what I am. If even I am anything. It seemed like the same thing that held me up forced me down. The world turned upside down, and order disappeared. Nothing was how it was supposed to be. And a heavy sadness filled my soul.
All right, that was just about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say before we see the next part?
This is what I mean by when we got a message and the social worker said that a few social workers wanted to say that they had wanted to apologize. You know, you see that she got ripped from everything that she's known because she was being abused, and still in foster care, you're treated like somebody who did something wrong. So I really go back to when you had Brittany on, and Brittany said it's not their fault that they're in foster care, and that was huge. So if we have the opportunity to be able to teach, I really want to give back to the communities that can't, and I'm so forever grateful for the communities that can. but my goal will always be to spread awareness no matter what. So yeah, we could watch the next one. And
right.
this way,
we're doing music with this one or no?
yeah, you'll be able to hear that first part right up until I think it's about 40 or 43 seconds in.
And then mute it, you think?
Yeah, we'll mute it because I think you'll get dinged for that.
Okay. All right, I got my marching orders
on everything else. So.
Okay, here we are. Do y'all
And
see
Lottie,
it? Is it there?
If Lottie sees this, I know she will.
It's there?
Yeah, it's there. Please, if you can show some love and support for Lottie in the comment section. I love you, sis. I really do. This angel really, she brought it to life. I gave her something on an empty canvas and she was like, all right, here's the picture. So yeah, that was an honor.
All right. And for the record, this is something that Allie has choreographed, okay? Am I getting that right? Okay. So her choreography skills. Her choreography, direction, and producing skills.
Yes, all the skills and the concept, everything was right here. I didn't do the music though. That was one of the heroes. That was a shout out to Gambit, one of our brothers that y'all have seen and has helped with security and whatnot. That was his talent where I said, hey, this is the vision that I have and this is the music that I want. And I'm seeing this Removed series and I want to mix it with this song and I want to mix it to a point where there's not heavy music in the back and I want booms and I want snares and I want it to be something on this part. And he said, all right, I got it. And it was.
So do you want us to just keep the music and flow it then, sis? Because it seems like it's important to you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm asking.
I would love to. I just didn't want you to get dinged and muted the entire conversation for a copyright issue, but
yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens when we. Oh well. Okay. All right, here we go.
You don't remember my story. All you can think about is your own story. You cannot heal me. You're not a healer. You cannot save me or hide me. This is my story. I have to make peace with it. Unseen, unheard, unwanted.
I don't need drugs. I'm already 6 feet now, wasted on you. Changing, will I ever be the same? Am I strong enough to change? Is it in my blood? I can't move back. Cruise any time I'm wasting on you. Just pass me the bitter truth.
You don't.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, look at her proud mama vibes over there. Proud. As you should be. Look, pat yourself on the back for that one, sister. Go ahead. Shout out to Lottie.
Oh, shout out to Lottie. Oh my God.
Now look, is this how you gonna be at all the shows, sister? Because we just,
yeah. I get so emotional. I am like the hype woman. My kids at one point they're always telling me like, so when we gonna sing a song, when we gonna get crazy for a minute so we can get hyped up before we get on. Like, I'm always that person that's like, we gotta stay active so we can be active, you know? And I just want to say thank you to the heroes that have. We said we were gonna, put things down. We said we were tired. We said, this is it. We tired. We passing the baton. And so many of the heroes that have been quiet and like, I'm trying to fight with you, but keeping their names undercover. Everybody was like, hell nah. Hold my Capri Sun, hold my beer. Hold my purse. Hold my pup, hold on, because what we not gonna do is sit here and act like I didn't see it too. And so many people, from you to Brittany to I know on TBT we're expecting to hear from $6 Million Man, one of our lead security, one of the men that have been in our lives for a minute. This man is like an uncle to me. His wife, so many of you have talked to on Telegram, if you've been on there. Bionic Woman, like I said, Rogue and Gambit. Rogue was a makeup artist. She went to school for makeup, but she came out to help with the kids and did the makeup, the special effects makeup and bruises that were on them to make this dance come to life even more. Gambit helped with music. Everybody has these talents that they were like, hey, we can pull together to make this message louder. We can pull together to make sure that other people know that, the truth is real and that people are not property. And so many people found out that we were like, we putting the baton down. We've been smeared. We tried. We got our asses drop kicked. We tired. And everybody is like, Now go ahead. We got this. I'll talk to somebody.
For me, I can only speak for myself, I guess. But I ain't got no problem with y'all in regards to putting the baton down and like stopping with the constant digging in your wounds. Like, if that's what you need to do and that's what you try to doing, that's fine. I'm here for the I guess the living life after vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the like, hey, what you want to do to live your life? Like, whether it's like I told you before, I mean, even if it's just like, girl, we just hang out and do slumber parties, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? What is it going to bring you joy? And I feel like you've been very consistent this whole time to say, hey, she wants a home again. She wants a garage. She wants a junk drawer. She wants to go to school and she wants to teach. And she probably want to do a convention. And then I guess she's throwing it out there that she might want to put on a little musical, whatever the case may be. She's been very consistent to say these things. And so I feel like a lot of that is doable. I mean, things that I have access to, I'm definitely willing to assist with. But I get it. If you're done interviewing, talking about this over and over again, like all of that, I don't know how everybody else feel, but I'm fine with you saying you want to put that down. That's fine. Now let's talk about like you're living your goals, your dreams, how you gonna live the rest of your life, or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm here for that. So just put it out there. It wasn't that I want you to be like, oh no, I want you to keep doing this. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I guess, well, I got a little PTSD from the ghosting situation. So I if you just ghosted all of a sudden, then then okay, I might have a little problem. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't ghosted and if it ain't like something like that, then I mean, hey, live your life, taking a break from social media, whatever you feel like you need to do. Like, and that's why I asked you at the end of the day, like, what is it that you like want? You know what I'm saying? And then if I could be of assistance, I'm here. I'm sure plenty of other people are as well. So yeah, I just want to put that on the record. Like I never wanted to be like, oh, I don't want you to stop talking, Allie. No.
No, and I get that. There's some people who, I want another name, and then there's those people who are just like, I just want you to be alive and well. Like I
That's
know
me.
where those
I'm
people
one of them.
are. Yeah, you in that category. And
Yep.
there's so many other people, and that's why I understand the messages that we got when we said December 30th we're done. And some people were like, hey, can wait a minute. Like what if we just did a switch up because you're family to us from all over the world. And if you just disappear, I'm going to feel like a piece of my family is gone. And that's, when you're
Just check
family, it's
in
not
every now
about
and then.
just the bad side. It's the good stuff too.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you're alive and well. That's all. You know what I mean? You check in every now and then. It's a little different now. Like I said, now that we done met, I feel like it's a little slightly different now. Because now I'm like, now, I think I asked you, I'm like, so how we gonna do holidays? Like, what we doing? How we gonna do holidays now?
Yeah.
But no,
that's what I want to do. I want to enjoy the family that we built. I want to be able to say, let's get together for no reason. It doesn't have to be about my trauma. That'd be great. Please. Like I would love to be able to say, all the people that have rocked with us for this long, now you know my pain, now you know the threat, now you know what's up. So now if we go do something fun, what may come from it and what we would need help with. If we decided to do a convention and stuff, of course we're going to need security, not just for us, but for everybody. And now at this point, it's like, okay, so stay in a corner, knowing what you know now. Exactly what you know now. Before, I had dancers, and I'm a dance teacher, and I had to be careful when I went to work. I had to be careful what I did, and who knew my life too deep. Now everybody knows my life so deep that they feel like they're in it. You know what I'm saying? And now when we go to do something fun, you would understand why that fun means so much to me, to you, to those who have been sitting here. Like, okay, we all have been through some hell together. We've all rode in this car for 5 years. The least that we can do is let everybody have this moment where we can all do something fun and bring the super babies and the fur babies into one place and just say, let's do something quote unquote normal. Right. So thank you to the heroes that are like, to you, Miracle, to say to speak with TBT, to speak with investigators, to say, I will tell my part. I don't mind somebody knowing my name. I don't care what somebody is going to say. I don't care how they threaten. That won't shake me. That's not going to change my fight. And that's so many other people now. And I can't thank y'all.
Expose me.
Yeah, expose. Go ahead.
Expose me then.
Yeah, yeah, good luck. But
I know you hear comments like, well, Miracle, if you don't want to, what? I don't care about what they talking about. I don't know them people.
The same predators, the same things that they tell the victim, you'll never be heard and you're going to get harassed and threatened too. It's just the same thing. So for those of you, if you're listening to this and you're in the live comments right now, I can't see them, but if you could say, if you don't mind sharing, do you know somebody who has been sexually assaulted or abused in some way, shape, fashion, or form, whether it's physically, mentally, or sexual? If you do, okay, do you know more than one? Do you know more than two? Do you know more than three? I think the statistic is every 4 and 5. Or every 1 and 4. Yes. So, when you think about all of that, then you understand what it's like to have to grow through pain and just want to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I that's the sad part, is that there's so many people that have suffered and nobody was there to speak up for them. Nobody was there to validate them. Nobody was there to say, hey, you're not crazy. This is not okay. A lot of people had to live through that alone, hit their head the hard way. Heart had to hurt through it, grow through it. Some didn't make it through it to be able to speak on it. When you think about that stuff, you're like, wait a second. So much of the world needs patience that a lot of people don't have. So much of the world needs to be seen when a lot of people are so blind to the truth. It's up to all of us to be on the battlefield for everything that consists of this war. It's about the children. It's always been about the children. All roads lead to trafficking, and they will lead all of it will lead back to the children. You'll be surprised that everything that you thought you knew comes back to the children. So,
sister, it's up to you. Do you want to go through all these comments, or
we can do a few. We got 10 minutes to make it 2 hours exactly.
I know, right? Mm-hmm.
So let's just finish out the 10 minutes strong. Why don't we? We can take a few.
Okay, so just for the record, I'm scrolling all the way back up to try to see what's going on. But here's the thing. There's a couple of things that Miss Allie has made it clear that she don't want to keep speaking on. So if your question gets skipped, that's probably why. I saw people complaining earlier that they got silenced. Y'all synced my hands in the video, but hey, in case you didn't, there was some admins and whatnot. And so I guess if you got too crazy with whatever you were saying, then maybe they did. So I don't know. It wasn't me. Y'all blaming me. So okay. But anywho, we're going back. Let me see if we can find some decent questions. Things that make sense.
Things that make sense.
Yeah, things that make sense. Let's see. Earlier I was shouting out all the different locations. So I don't know if you saw those. I tried to put them on the screen at some point because I didn't want to keep interrupting you to tell you locations. But passing all of those. I don't see any questions yet. I went all the way up. I don't know if this is a real question. They said how many children have been saved? Have children been found?
It depends on what you've researched. Have they been saved in your area? What are you doing locally? Have you done anything about the information that you have on your plate? Are you just so dead focused on what's in front of you, or have you focused on what's around you as far as the truth that's in your neighborhood locally? So how many, I put that question, kind of pose that question right back to you. How many children have been saved? Because, you know, when I say save the children, I mean your inner child. I mean your child. I mean the children around you. Look out for them. I mean, if you have an opportunity to go to a homeless youth shelter and give back. I mean, if you have the opportunity to stand on a corner and make it loud and make it known that we need to spread awareness for the children. I mean, what are you doing for your kids? Like Miracle is homeschooling hers. That's what I mean by save the children. I think there's some people who don't understand that. And I also think that there's some people who are uneducated to the truth, so they would rather go for something else. I feel like that's a backwards question, but I'm just going to treat it like it's not.
So do you want to address this? No. What about this one? Somebody, Andrew Reeves, is that something you want to address?
Oh, so I don't speak for adults, and I don't do a vetting process for some people. We do a vetting process because there's some enemies that we have that are in the middle of this smear campaign, and I see where this is going. This is one of them. Oh. And so, you know, a lot of people keep trying to do this, but again, investigative journalists have looked into that situation. So they'll be able to announce that on their show, but I don't speak for adults. If there's somebody who has a background that I don't know of, I don't speak for adults and for their issues. But
okay,
you know,
that was the only one, the first one that I've seen.
And I think a lot of people are trying to, again, project onto someone a criminal background that they have. I think that's also what's going on. So there's some truth to their life that they're trying to pose on somebody else's life. And that's what's been going on with that. So there's that. Hi, C.
I'm not sure what's happening. Let me see. Well, y'all see somebody's here.
Hi. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Hi. Hi. I miss you.
He just woke up, I guess, from the whatever nap that him and his papa just did. why when people ask real questions, people are getting timed out? Where is the justice system? Shouldn't you have been in?
There's no, that's the thing. If we're asking real questions, you would be really expecting an answer and you'd be really doing that research yourself. It's not the fact, and I would answer a real question if there was a real question presented. What's being presented in some of these comments is a backwards thing to feed into a smear campaign and to feed into their insecurities and their problems. Like I know that was coming from this lady that was on supposedly with us. Her insecurities and her trauma came from her abandonment issues with her father, so she tried to push that onto me with my dad that is adopting me now. So I know where that's coming from. And I'm, it's sad because you would think that some people would stop the generational trauma. You have an issue yourself, and because of that, you're trying to pose it on people that are innocent and me. And I think for you should look in the mirror. I don't think those are not real questions. I would answer real questions.
I don't
we
see.
have answered questions.
There's a repetitive question, but it's pretty much what you said. So
it's backwards, and it's somebody who wants attention, like a child. Honestly, a very ridiculous child that doesn't know any type of manners or home training. There's a lot of things going on with a lot of people who are acting just as childish as the children that we are trying to protect. And that's where that question comes in. How many children have been saved? I wonder the same thing for these people, because a lot of these people have children. So why aren't we starting there?
There's another name, and I don't know who these people or who they're referring to. I'll just say Scott. Is there something you want to talk about when it comes to a Scott?
I don't know.
They're talking about Scott's house or something.
Again, if it's a smear campaign trying to backwards questions, I'm not doing that with you. I'm not feeding into whatever they want to try to do and feeding into a distraction. When we could talk about who you really are, how about that? Let's uncover who you really are and let's have a conversation there. Until then, I'm not doing this little tit for tat game with you because your insecurities are showing, or the fact that you're a predator is showing to the point where you want to blame what you're doing behind closed doors on somebody else. I'm just not doing that. I'm not feeding into that.
Got you. Yeah, I don't see any questions. I mean, there was this
point. So if there were real questions, but I think a lot of people that are educated towards all the real stuff have what they need to know. They've already answered that question, so I know where those real people are.
When are the people that came forward going to speak out? Do they exist? They say okay. I don't know if that's a real
that came forward. Yeah, it's a backwards question, but let me help you because I know you're uneducated to it. And for those who need this again, to those who just need a reminder, TBT had postponed their show. So many people have come forward, and so many investigations are underway, and that will be presented next week on Friday at 7 p.m. CST on Truth Be Told with Dustin Faulkner and Beverly Gillen on rumble.com and on BitChute. So thank you so much for preparing your hearts for that, because it's going to throw you. It's really going to throw you. It's really disgusting when you really look at it. Again, these are the people that are sitting next. These are your neighbors. These type of people are your neighbors. These are your teachers. These are the people that are in basic systems that you should be wondering about and curious about. That's the sad part. And I don't think they know that. That's what's even sadder.
So what is the institution that controls CPS?
Some people though.
There's really not much of an oversight for Child Protective Services, and that's really the problem. There's not much of an oversight. So
do you know who the director?
There's an ombudsman, but that's pretty much it.
Someone asked about the director of CPS. I don't know. Why? And see, this is my question for y'all. Like, why y'all be asking her like she supposed to know every detail about everything? Like, maybe y'all could Google that information. Like
the director of CPS, yes, something that you can Google. That is something that you can do yourself and Google. And that's what I mean by nobody wants to take the time to do. Again, exactly. People want to be spoon fed. These are the type of people why we keep going in circles. These are the type of people why we don't know who the buyers are of the Epstein list. Bubba, baby, can you back up for me for a second? Because I'm trying to filter, but can I talk to you in a little bit? I'm gonna call you when we get off of here, okay? I love you.
Some people isn't married.
He said
saying all people is married. So.
She didn't say nothing about all people being married. Get on out of here.
Yeah, that's why
maybe he talking about his auntie Shirley. I was like,
no, but there's some issues with the way that people the mindset to attack and to constantly be evil and be a predator towards someone, that is something that needs to be studied. And these are the type of people that need to be studied. If you're asking me a question, that's a backwards question because you think that you're doing something special, this shows you why we're going in circles with the Epstein files, with who are the buyers of children. You know, people want to jump to what's a name, give me this, give me that. But you don't understand that these are the type of people that work around these people. So what we fail to realize is a lot of people are not using what they have and doing what they can with the information that is on their plate. And if you're not those people, I'm not talking to you.
I am so offended.
Don't lace those shoes if they don't fit.
Yeah.
But
how about this sister? Oh wait, sorry. It says the necklace, Allie. What is it? I just received one from my son. It looks similar. Mine is a tree of life. So happy for our 2026 together.
See, there's a question. This is it says faith can move mountains. I got it from a really special angel. And it has a little mustard seed on the inside. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes. Oh,
tiny little mustard seed.
Yay.
That's what it is. I'm so happy we twinning, gang. We got the same necklace.
This is not a question, but they say, I love the way Allie has been smiling for the past 2 or 3 videos. Truth be told, I just love me some Allie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I told you.
Truth be told, no pun intended.
Right.
There's a piece that has come over me. I'm telling you right now, from the investigations that have happened. When I got the call that real investigations are happening, real things are in the process, real knocks are about to be on people's doors. When I got that, I'm telling you, there's a piece that just flooded. And I have never felt like this before. I know that even if we go through any more hell from here, that's it. It's it. Mm-hmm. It's what needs to be uncovered is uncovered, and I just can't wait for everybody to know about it.
Well, more affirmations, watching you continue and evolve into who you truly are has been a beautiful thing to watch, Allie.
Oh, thank you.
Freedom looks beautiful on you, Allie. Love that.
Girl, I've been trying it on. Oh, that's the best compliment ever. I've been trying it on. It fits well, okay? I've just been trying to wear it more.
Wear it, girl. I say this all the time, but here's another one. Your smile is amazing.
Back at you. Thank you.
Let's see. I'm looking for questions, guys. There's a lot of beautiful affirmations for you. You can scroll through them if you want to, sister. One day, whenever you feel down, just come to GSL and just scroll. Whenever you feel down. So it says to see you smile and a glow is what we prayed for you and the children. Yay.
Thank you. And thank you. Your prayers mean so much. I really appreciate you.
Somebody said, Allie, please look into the money you were entitled to in California to ensure that you received it all.
I'm telling you, I think that is if anybody wants to cut me a check, I have always said I will take that from Riverside Child Protective Services. They owe me that. I will take that. So I won't shut up. I promise you that. But I will take that because I had to take care of myself for a minute. And some people owe me. And I'm telling you, reparations really should be for foster kids and for the things that they went through.
Somebody had something to say about 2 quarters, but I don't know if we should bring that up because you had me tripping up.
2 quarters.
You want me to go back to it?
5 dimes.
You want me to go back to it?
5 dimes.
I mean, it wasn't a bad comment, but I know you got your feelings about. Woo.
Damn, 5 dimes, a half a dollar. I'm so irritated with him.
Never mind, then. Never mind. Let's keep going. It ain't. Yeah.
All I gotta say about that, I don't know what the question is, but what I do have to say about that is, why did he sit on it for that long? And if he sat on it for that long, and if he knows all those secrets, then there's something that they're hiding from you, and that is the children. So until we start talking about that, I really don't give a damn what half a dollar got to tell some of us, because you sat on that information for I don't know how long, thinking that one day this is going to make 5 dimes some more money or some more gain. And for those who are like, oh, he's not making any money off of it.
Well, I believe that you speak very well for yourself, even though, I mean, you try to tell me that about the multiples and all, and I'm like, well, I don't know what's happening, but you talk to me very well. And regardless of that, people have questions, or I don't know if it's a question, but they're telling us to ask some questions. So maybe you might want to address this, maybe not. I'm just asking everybody to do a deep dive before you assume that Shelly isn't the one who's done this to her.
And we can just skip, because once again, if we look into the criminally insane patient that is leading this type of people right here, you are following a mob, an angry mob that's led by a criminally insane patent patient that won't even show you any evidence. So if you have that much energy to do that much digging on my mom, why don't you do some information to dig on the past and see what you come up with, instead of just digesting the bullshit? But again, here we are. So God bless you. God bless you.
Enjoy. This person, I guess they saw my wheels turning. They said, Miracle has got ideas.
Oh, she do. And the creative machine is turning. She has a very brilliant mind. So I'm telling you, if y'all seen the GSL event and you see how she hosts things and put on things, that show was ran so seamlessly, so calm, so beautiful, so anointed. So I am so excited to see what we can do in the future. And y'all got to see that side of her. You haven't seen that side of her yet. You have seen us both bucking at everything, but y'all ain't seen that side yet. So it's going to be so cool.
I see that the chat was handling our light work during the conversation. They said, how come Miss Shelly, who came into her life at age 17 to adopt her, had been in her life abusing her since 3 months old?
Thank you, somebody. Oh, there we go. Educated. There's an educated question. There's a question. Lord, I had to hold on for that one, because that's the one that doesn't make any sense. Wait a second. Wait. That's what I'm trying to understand. So my mom, I told you guys in this conversation and in many conversations that I was adopted because she had me from a placement that was made by Child Protective Services. Let me tell you something. In order to be put in Child Protective Services, someone had to do something wrong in my life before. If I'm telling you that I was abused at 3 months old, who did the abuse? If my mom came into my life when from 15 to 17, and I didn't even get placed until 17, placed legally by Child Protective Services. So you again, people just can't make sense. You're just bitter and your evilness is showing. Your horns are coming through. And what's sad is the fact that it's not uneducated. It's just evil. And that's what I mean. When people need to study something, that's what I'm saying. My mom and I, at first we were like, oh, the smear campaign. And then we like, oh, this is educational. This is educational right here, because again, every survivor goes through this. Every survivor goes through this gang stalking and these people and these predators. And what you have to stop to think is, do these people have children? So you're spending your time nonstop on the internet, obsessed and unhinged over me and my mom. What time are you putting into taking care of your children? What time are you putting into going to work? What time are you putting to doing anything productive? And what time have you put into doing anything with the information that you have to help somebody locally in your area? You are the problem. And the sad part is that you don't see that, but other people do. So that's why my mom and I have been start to stop and be like, oh, this is educational. We just the stick bait.
I mean, the
Because
Lord
there's
will
so many
use.
people who can say I've been through a smear campaign like this too. And the people that were right here, the people that have been through smear campaigns like this, they can be so vocal to be like, all right, expose me, show everything that you got. But those people won't show any of their information, damn near won't even show their face, won't even tell you the truth. So it's wild. It's wild to me, but that's educational. And I think again, people need to see this type of evil and let it be uncovered for people to see, okay. So again, I was so worried about elite names and whatnot. I should be worried about my neighbor that acts like that. I should be worried about the person that's sitting in my family that acts like that. I should be worried about the student that I was sitting next to in a college class that acted like that. I should be worried about a doctor that I heard giving feedback that acted like that in a doctor's office that I take my child to. You're so worried about the high. You really, really, if you don't take anything, look at everybody in the middle and low. The grave diggers, your trash man, your post office, these type of people are the ones that you really should be worried about and you should be taking note of. I'm just saying.
I like that the people know that this is a holy place. They said the devil and his demons are not welcome here. Look, in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, baby.
Someone say, I'm excited to join your dance class. Okay, look. Students is on the line. They was crying through the video. Let me see. Somebody say it doesn't get easy. But I think this is Brittany. Now she says it doesn't get easier to watch even if you've seen it 100 times. Got me ugly crying Friday after Christmas.
I think that's Britt. Hey Britt, we love you.
She says Allie is the person she so desperately needed.
Yes, I'm trying to be, and I am honored to say that I'm becoming that woman that I needed when, what I tell you about all this of my testimony that you've heard, all these things that you keep seeing, you look at all these things, you see all these things in your local areas and neighborhoods, and then you see the evil that's coming from sometimes these smear campaigns, and then some people are still wondering, is that really true? If you see them acting like that, if 1 + 1 = 2, then how come you can't understand what I'm trying to tell you about my past? How come that's not landing on a clear day? I don't understand.
I don't know if you want to address this, sis. I know you probably don't want to say nothing about the last part, but it was like,
yeah, I would just skip. That's nope. And again, here's the thing. I read the first sentence. I didn't have a life before my mom. I had someone who took pictures to try to make things look okay so that nobody realized that more people in her custody, it wasn't even custody, held captive by her, was going through the same thing. And when I was a child growing up in this really abusive home, there were 6 girls in this home, and not even all of them want anything to do with this criminally insane patient after that. So I wasn't the only one who went through something and who had to run from it and had to grow from it. And now still like I'm trying to live through it. So, there was no life before my mother. There was an audience for somebody who, was getting people fired. Again, why aren't we talking about, I can't wait till y'all see TBT, but when you really see their show, are we still going to keep this same energy for the teachers, the social workers, the other people that have bear witness to say, hey, that's true. Hey, she was a part of Child Protective Services, which means that we saw the abuse, the pain, the torture, the sodomy, the things that were going on that caused somebody to snatch them away. Not just me. I always say that this wasn't just me, but not just me, but they snatched everything in that area, except for the one that has Stockholm syndrome and is mentally disabled. That one has become her puppet. But the mentally disabled one, she helped her in a way, because she started holding the kids down so she could beat them and pour cleaning agents down their throat and doing the things like that. So when you stop to think about, are we keeping the same energy when the truth comes out?
Great question. I guess we'll see.
I have a question. Can we post that up on the screen? Are we keeping the same energy? You said, let me just go ahead. Are we? Because when you
NJ said yes.
Oh, see, thank you, baby. Baby, are you supposed to be in here?
You're not. And not.
Bubba.
I done told you hear Auntie Alice said, get out.
I love you. Get out in the nicest way. I love you. I love you. And I will call you right after we get off of here. But
no, you know what? I ain't gonna let y'all talk because see, he being disobedient. And Miss Brittany say we're gonna help you make your dreams reality. And then right after that, they say a puppy for mama.
She would love that. Mom, I'm tell you her favorite, the Saint Bernice. Is it Saint Bernice? Mountain dog?
Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernice? Saint Bernard.
NJ got this little
it's a mountain dog.
They usually have the little things around they little barrels.
Yeah, and they're like black, white, and brown with spots, and sometimes they have a little spot.
NJ, where your Saint Bernard at? Where the dog at?
It's in there.
It's you ain't no. Oh, help and let us see it. No, never mind. Let's see. How about this? They say the Miracle and Allie Army united, knowledge is shared. Let this never feel like the burden of one alone. We walk together.
Hey.
Amazing live last night, ladies. Thank you all. Yay. And don't forget the hippo.
I want a hippo.
I'm gonna get Mama Shelly gonna get this. Do what she want.
Okay, she would love him too, but no, that's not it.
Oh, it's not this.
I have to ask her.
I thought this was the Saint Bernard.
I have to ask her.
Yes, you are more than your trauma. That is right. Someone said big musical, the hippo, they laughing. Somebody said they fell off their chair when you said that, not even lying. To see you smile is amazing. I'm just reading through. I think they were talking about earlier when you were talking about leaving us. They like, we have abandonment issues, Allie. they say she can't get rid of us.
Don't make a fake account and start attacking innocent people because you have abandonment issues. Please don't do like somebody else is doing right now.
No, they talking about if you leave us, if you ghost us. Seeing you smile is worth it. Yay. Somebody said this is my favorite coat. I can't. I get Allie's Army their favorite coat. Is Allie Army a coat?
Is it Allie Army? Did you say coat? I thought you said coat. I'm like,
no.
Hold on, wait a second. Coat. And then I rebuked that.
Well, I'm sure they meant it in the best way.
I see what you're doing. Trying to spin that there. I get what you're doing.
Let's see this. Oh, someone says, I'm eager to see and hear and see this new side of Allie. I'm all in here for it. The past is important because it teaches, but there comes a point it becomes a millstone around your neck. So yay. They're looking forward to the vision for the future. I think we towards the end now.
Mommy, my
so
twin.
With that being said,
hold on, here she is. Come here, King.
There she is.
They want to know what kind of dog. Is it a Saint Bernice?
Oh.
Hey.
You want this dog?
What you doing? Is that little man?
Yeah. Yes,
what's up, buddy boy?
You can let her see it. He took it from my hand. He didn't want me to show you. Wow. That's crazy. Someone says, I'm just beginning to speak about my trauma. I lived through it alone and ashamed, grateful for you and others that have been vocal. See, girl, I done told you, girl.
Yes. Everybody that has had sexual abuse in their past, keep speaking up. When that happens to kids, it kind of isolates kids and they feel like the shame and the guilt, and they feel alone, and they think it just happens to them. But once everybody starts raising their voice and standing up, and everybody sees how many others it happens to, it kind of empowers everybody to fight back in a different way. So if that's happened to you, please start raising your voice. That your healing will come when you do that. It'll break a lot of that shame and that guilt off. It'll give you a boldness and a courage that kind of got crushed out of you as a child. So please do that.
Amen. Someone says, are you planning to go to any more podcasts?
I am, and you'll see our enemies follow right belong and harass and stalk like little lost puppies. But
we need to talk. I don't know if that's the name of one. Says you need to go on the podcast for We Need to Talk. I don't know if that's the name of one or what.
I don't know that one. I don't think I've ever heard of that. But
she done said for months, go to AllieArmy.com and hit her up. Like I'm confused.
Yeah,
by y'all.
If there's somebody that's still like, hey, would you be interested? I will. There's somebody that talked to us in regards to motivational speaking, and not so much digging in the wounds, but giving a positive spin to the pain that can help somebody else with their power finally. So we're looking into that and willing to do that next year. So I know TBT also has some plans that they are doing. I'm gonna leave that there because I can't keep giving everything, but yeah, I know they're planning a few stuff. So if you are, I said we were done December 30th, but I think it's moving back to a little bit of March.
Well, they say,
and we'll see how that goes.
Did you travel to Pittsburgh for a dance event? And then they said, Miracle, that means you too.
Will we travel to Pittsburgh for a dance event? Yes, we would.
That's what they said.
Yes, we would. Yes,
they say that means me too. But what kind of dancing y'all?
Excuse me. Did you hear that? I would. Please say it again. Invite me. Call me. Please call me. I would. She'll come with me. She doesn't know, but she'll come with me. She doesn't know it yet, but I already voted. She already lost. We will be in Pittsburgh if that's where you need us.
Come on, Mama Shelly. Someone says, hi, Miracle and Allie. Is there a time frame on when the Truth Be Told video is coming? Love you guys.
January 2nd, 2026 at 7 p.m. CST. Please, somebody rewrite and pin that comment. January 2nd. Will you be
able to travel out the country, or is that never an option for you also now?
It's an option. It's just something that we have to prepare, but it's definitely an option. We do have passports. So it's just, dealing with everything that we're dealing with, going to another country and different rules and, different languages and all that stuff is a whole other thing to convert at the time. So I see that. I see that in our future. I know that there's so many people that are out in the UK and Australia and so on and so forth. And I would love to be able to come out there and, do something with y'all. We have such a big following outside of the States. So that would be really cool. But yeah, we'll look into that later.
They're asking, did you see the news that recently came out of Florida? Some big operation. They got 43 kids out of trafficking, have personal feelings about it, but yeah, no news coverage hardly. I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff coming out of Florida about bus and whatnot, but yeah.
Yeah, about Child Protective Services, corruption, and so much more. So no, I didn't see that one, but yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, it's good until, if somebody could talk about aftercare, that would be great. Cause I feel like there's some things that are not discussed, we found kids and then where did they go?
I told y'all, like, there was one that we posted and, they said that they were supposed to be going to some particular group or something like that. And I was like, hey, people in that area, if you say you Allie's Army, they say they sent all these kids to this particular group. Where y'all at? What you doing?
Yeah.
You going? You making sure they good? Like, I mean, goodness. Somebody was talking about
powerful.
Their questions, but okay, we're still just seeing if there's any questions. So is that Allie is in Google?
Oh, don't Google me. Do not Google me. Please don't Google me. I made that mistake to Google myself, I'll never do that again. Please don't Google me. Whatever you do, don't do it. Because there's so many, AI is getting out of control, and there's people who are creating AI stories and AI voices of me and trying to give my testimony in an AI way, and it's just kind of muddying things up. And just don't Google me. Don't use Google. Please don't.
I'm still
If you
looking.
go down that rabbit hole, that is not my fault. I tried to warn you.
Someone's like, I just want to hug her.
Me too.
What investigations, where are they happening, and for what? Legit question. So what
investigations? Are
Yeah.
you talking about TBT? I'm assuming you're talking about Truth Be Told.
Yeah.
Their investigations are running all over the place. They have been running investigations all the way back to medical history, criminal history. They've been going through prior old social workers, old teachers. They've contacted doctors' offices and whatnot, and the investigations are getting so thick that they're getting so big that now it keeps spiraling. So at one point, I think they're about to start knocking on people's doors because they're even debating on saying hey and taking a team of reporters and seeing what they can do. The TBT team is not a joke. Again, check their credentials. Those are licensed investigative journalists that will get to the bottom of what the truth is, and they won't be shaken by threats or anything like that. They're not content creators. Miracle is a content creator where she pulls things together, and like she said earlier, she does the best that she can with the information that she has by giving you all the information and sharing it, and sometimes even reading it to you, because some people don't do that with their own two eyes, you know what I'm saying? And for those who can't read it, she will read it out loud. She's doing all those things, and that is a content creator. And Truth Be Told, Dustin Falconer, Beverly Gillen, and the Truth Be Told team, they are licensed journalists.
Which means they have access to be able to dive deeper into things that I can't or you can't.
Yes.
Then we handed over a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Everything.
Financial, everything.
Everything.
So we just here.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Shelley, I was told earlier today that y'all getting rich.
Yeah, we had a little talk about that.
Doing this. I said, well, why? Listen, y'all didn't invite me to the housewarming.
I feel so bad for these people that if you're sitting on here and you're watching this now because your house has been, or your home has been harassed or stalked because people are lying and saying that we are in places that we're not. There's somebody who knows where we are at all times, especially now. This team of people that we're working with, they literally have our location as we speak. So for that reason, they can now go back to things that have been said and say, hey, when somebody said they seen you right here, where were you on this date and this time? And we have the receipt of what we do at all times to make sure that's, if somebody ever tried to January 6th our shit, you can't do that, because we have receipts. If we went to the dollar store, if we went to pee at a gas station and grabbed an apple juice, we have a receipt of it. For the reason that somebody can say between this time and this time, this is where they were. So if there's somebody saying that we are at a ranch in California while we're over here on the East Coast and they're harassing innocent people with children, then those people can start the process of pressing charges. So that's, it's those type of situations that they're running investigations over and checking with these owners of these people that are being harassed and threatened. And I'm so thankful for that. But if you're sitting here because you have now been blamed for my story, you had nothing to do with it, you didn't even know you were in the fight for human trafficking, and now you're here because of that, I'm sorry. But thank you for being here. But I'm really sorry, because I know there's some people who are watching this now like, hey, my house was, I had people sitting in front of my home. I had people taking pictures of my home and my children's toys outside. I had people taking pictures of my children and posting them and exploiting them on a smear campaign that had your name on it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's happening. Predators just chasing people. That's what's happening, and creating this mob of enticing people to do the same thing and exploit people and attack innocent people, and then wonder why, you reap what you sow, and then coming on to here and asking backwards ass questions, trying to show people who they really are. That's the sad part.
I think again, even if we do questioning all the things that Ali has said, like then why are there all these people that that are like attacking these ladies? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did they come from? And that's why I say, like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, again, it's very clear. I'm Miracle Sims, you know what I mean? You probably know my full name or whatever, but I just go by Miracle Sims because that's easier to say for stage name, I guess, whatever. But regardless of that, like, everything is like very in order of like how I'm here and how we're here. All the rest of y'all, like, y'all are here on full attack mode, and it's like, so if there's no truth to what this lady is saying, then why is there so much backlash? We're like
questions that make sense. Questions that make sense.
There's just things to think about. Just think. Just if nobody cared what she was talking about, then okay, then maybe she could just be talking.
And I think you should take note of that, because then you'll see for the future. That's why I said my mom and I are starting to see that the smear campaign is educational, because like I just said, you have people who are being harassed and stalked. They didn't even know they were in the ring. They got pictures of their children up. They got exploiting pictures of their home, their area. You have criminally insane patients going crazy on their property, claiming that we're there or we're in a car. These are the type of situations that needs to be studied. These are the type of criminally insane predators that need to be locked up and kept away from children.
That's actually the same type of things that go on for survivors, not just Ali. The only reason you're seeing the smear campaign play out so loudly is because we're on the internet. The other survivors who are just trying to get through the day go through the same stuff.
Yes,
nobody sees it. And if they do see it, they just blame the survivor and say they're crazy. And so I really hope somebody will use the smear campaign and dissect it, of how they harass and threaten and stalk and try to trigger programming for the MK. It's nothing new. It's just being seen.
I need to send you that video, Miracle, where someone came forward that worked for the CIA's portion of, they were hired to gang stalk. They were hired to follow people just as much as there's people hired to go to these protests and create havoc and chaos. There's Craigslist ad for them. So, you have to wonder where these people are hired from, because, I'll send you that video so you can see it for yourself. But there's somebody that came up that said, hey, I'm gonna get hell for this, but I'm literally paid to follow people and make them feel like they're crazy, so they start having a freak out and a mental breakdown, and then the predator can then blame it on them. You know how narcissists do things, right? They gaslight you and poke you. If anybody's ever had that toxic narcissist in their life, where they will poke you and poke you and poke you until you get angry, and then they're like, oh, look, they're angry. Look what happened. I didn't do anything. It's gaslighting. So they literally do that so they can drive the victim crazy. And then the second that the victim starts to be vocal and say, hey, this is happening to me. Hey, these people are following me. Hey, I could have never explained some of the things that you guys have seen in the smear campaign to you in a million years. And if I did, you'd probably been like, if I can't see this, she crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now you can literally see people exploiting, attacking, harassing, threatening, evil turn. How can you sit on the side of children and then turn towards evil and gang up with predators? You can literally see what switches in someone's brain to be so evil through this. And that's why we keep saying it is so educational. But again, like Mama just said, you see it on social media for us, but those victims who have been telling you this for years, like, hey, there's somebody that's doing this, and they're like, I can't document it because it's a lot. I can't document it because I'll lose my home. I can't document it because I'll lose my animals. I can't document it because I don't know where to go. I don't have anywhere to go. We took that chance. There's other survivors that are like, I can't take that chance. I don't have anything. And I don't have somebody who's willing to not have anything with me.
Like, we got our little taste. Apparently it was me back in the day when you was 3 months old, sis. It was me.
Oh yeah, so
Even
see
though we
now
met in
you've been
2020,
blown.
but it was
That's
me.
the other thing. That's and that's why I keep saying pray for Dustin and Beverly as well and their team, because that's the same thing that's happening now with them. So you've seen now that Miracle, we barely met. We showed you in real
We just
time
met
when we
this
got
year.
the chance. We just met this year. We've been talking on the internet, doing these interviews and stuff with y'all the same way y'all have sat here with us. As much as you know us, that's as much as we know each other. We literally met this year. And before we met, her husband and her child were harassed, threatened, stalked, lied on, said so many things, threatened that people were going to come take her child, threatened that Dario was doing something to me. I had never met her husband in my entire life until the first day we met. He was sitting in the car, driving the car that y'all seen that I opened the door. So Dario was like, I'm not even in, what is go? I wasn't even in this ring. Like, what? It's my wife. She's doing a show and she has a podcast, and she happened to be a guest on the podcast, and now I'm the trafficker. What?
I was like, wow. And that's how you have to know that people just out here lying. Because I'm like, well, that's why I was like, okay, well, please find something on me. What you gonna expose? Get on out of here, son.
No, Bubba. Hey, wait a second. We gonna talk to you in just a little bit. We gotta have an adult conversation real quick with the people, but we can bring you back in just a little bit.
Okay. They know he was in the Marine. They know, okay. He said his dad carries.
Yeah. We don't want to tell too much of Daddy's information because people gonna try to twist that too. So can we not?
Right. So we can move on. Let's go back to sorry. Mom was saying something. I'm sorry, Mom.
So,
what was you saying?
About the smear campaign. Number one, you can take it to the bank. Evil will always overplay its hand.
Yes.
If that smear campaign had just kept its focus on us, they probably could have did a lot better and got a lot further. But when they started just, grabbing people and grabbing you and Dario and accusing people, now you did too much. You know what I mean? Now you've made too much that doesn't even seem plausible.
Dustin and Beverly have been threatened, harassed, stalked. I think Dustin mentioned that there's something that happened recently, but he's like, listen, if I find out what's going on, and if I'm home when it happens, there's only one way off his property. And he's already said that. There's only one. And I think that one is you about to meet your maker, whoever that is, high or low. I don't know which way that elevator is going for you, but he not the one. But then there's also, so many other people. Brittany was just on with you as well. And she was threatened, harassed. Somebody tried to contact her job. Her job is like, she didn't do anything. What are you talking about? There's so many people.
So people don't do stuff for free for the most part, but this has been going on for a good solid year.
Yes.
If you go back, I don't recommend listening because it will hurt your head.
You'll lose some brain cells.
The absurdity.
Yeah.
But if you go back and just look at all the videos and get the timestamps and add up the number of hours that has been spent on the hate towards us, that's a lot of energy. So now I got to figure out, is somebody paying you?
And people are so concerned about what's in our pocket. How are we making it? And these are the type of people who are doing hours and hours and hours of disgusting, vile, evil, foul videos and vulgar things and making money off of it. That is no better than a predator. That's no better than a trafficker. You are in the same category. You might as well have trafficked me yourself. You might as well have done the trauma to my body that we speak of, because you're literally doing the same thing, just in a different avenue. And that's why we say, trafficking has no preference. It's not just about sex is not the worst part. Rape is not the worst part. That is not the worst part. Like, and so many people are like, what you mean? How can that not be? That's not the worst part. And there's so many other avenues. There's organ harvesting, there's labor trafficking, there's sex trafficking, there's harassment, there's stalking, there's gang stalking, gaslighting. There's so many things that go into this. Sex is not the worst part. So when you really take a step back and see Lottie that we just played, I'm pretty sure she'll be calling me in a little bit saying that she got threatened too. You know what I'm saying? And again, because she's already been threatened. Her husband has already been threatened. And her husband is like, okay.
Well, some of the gang stalking that we had early on was we would get followed. People would follow Allie in the store. When it got to the point where I'd had enough, if somebody was following us in the car, I would just stop dead in the middle of the road.
Yeah, she would.
And go back to the car.
She would.
I was like, we're not doing this. Same thing in the store. If we're being followed in the store, I'll just go up to them. What do you want? So a lot of that stopped when I started doing that. But now we got the smear campaign. So.
And then at that point, I mean, there was somebody who, before I left the studio that night, so you see that Tremaine background. I had went to, it's a dance convention. It's called Tremaine in Anaheim, California. By the time we got there, because when we did all the training, it was in this really small town on the top of a military base, very small town. And so I kept telling them, I'm like, when we leave this small town, we're gonna have an issue. Like right now, it's one thing I can, move in and out as careful as I can and try to stay out of some things that I know that it's going to cause a problem. But once we get to the big town, once we get to Anaheim, the city of California, in California, we are going to have an issue. And right away, it did not take long when we walked into the convention, it was the staff that knew my name first. And I was like, ooh, that's creepy. That's creepy. And it was a good thing because some of the staff that said, your name is not Justice. And the name was on my shirt because I was trying to, let's be in uniform. Let's blend in. Everybody have a good time. I want the kids to feel normalcy. My problem, if I'm having a bad day, if there's something going on with me, it has not a damn thing to do with those children. And it never should. And it never has, but other people have made it that way, exploiting children. Like I said, putting up pictures of children, putting up pictures of everybody else's children. It's insane. It's insane. But like I said, it should be studied because you'll see that, so if I jump in this war, if I said, I don't know who's in the comments right now, but whoever commented like, hey, I like your smile. If I said, I really appreciate you, and I started focusing on you and I just said your name, somebody's going to come after you too. You see my point?
Right.
Then you're going to be in the same boat. It's when I highlight something, or if I say I love something or something of that nature. That's the really sad part.
Well, look, maybe we all get a little bit of Miss Shelley in us then, you know what I'm saying?
By the way, I like vitamin water. Don't get rid of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, snap. I like vitamin water. Go after them.
Let's see. They want to know which agencies are out there for help in the recovery process. Is that something you want to? Which agencies are out there for help in the recovery process?
And I'm sorry, but what recovery process? We talked about a few things. So are you talking about drugs? Are you talking about sex trafficking? Are you
probably everything?
Everything. There are agencies out there to supposedly help with the recovery process, but they're not transparent, and there's some things that are going on within the agencies, and that's another thing that needs to be addressed, talked about, looked at, audited. That these agencies that we have, like safe house shelters, or just agencies that are supposedly out there that are there to help, they have some dirt and some things in them that again needs to be investigated. So hopefully one day.
Now I don't know how you feel about this one, but it says, how do I help heal my 4-year granddaughter? Is that no, go
ahead. I just kicked mom. I was like, hey, I think this is a question for you.
This is for mom. Okay. Granddaughter was in a horrific foster care, 7 to 10 months old. She went through a lot, stronger than normal. She is smart, loving changes, but won't use the potty.
I would nurture that. Even though she's 4, I would still try to nurture that baby that she was when she was in foster care. Even though she's 4, that baby is still there that was traumatized, and you have to meet that baby where that baby's at. So if it was my 4-year-old, I would rock her like a baby. I would play with her like a baby. I would meet or do whatever you would do for a little infant baby. Even though she's 4, I would still do those things. Not all the time. I would switch it in and out. I had a foster son once, and he was 8 years old, and he hadn't been nurtured. But he had to be that tough little boy. So when I would play with him, I would just, I'm going to rock you like a baby and just kind of pretend like we were just playing. But I would rock him and it would heal something. You could visibly see like it just heals something in kids. So meet them where they're at. If there's kids that have trauma at a certain age, if you
They
have
get frozen in time.
If you have a kid that's 5 years old, go push them on the swings. Go do whatever it is that kid was traumatized and play with them at that age. Push them on the swings. Get in the sandbox with them. Blow bubbles with them. Kids learn by play. So when you have children, their whole world for the first 10 years of their life is play. And that's how they learn, and that's how they mature, and that's how they grow. When trauma gets injected into their life, it stops all that. So we have to go back to the basics for that, if that makes sense.
And on top of that, we just talked about that for having like a dance studio or something, or a place where people can have redemption. Like I said, if you're 40 years old and you didn't get a childhood, you didn't get a chance, you watched other kids grow up around you and get a chance to go to dance class and auditions and things like that, but your parents were never able to give you that type of childhood, or you just missed out on it. There's a lot of people that say, that saying like, oh, this just healed the inner child in me to be able to do these things over. So you get frozen in time. Speaking from experience, you get frozen in time. And sometimes your looks, that's why some people are frozen in time still believing that I'm a child. Because some people can actually see me, and some people created who we are trying to grow through. So
if you're 40 years old, but you had trauma when you were 5,
a 5-year-old is still there.
Yourself and go do those 5-year-old things. If you buy yourself a coloring book, do that. If you want to buy bubbles and blow bubbles, do that, because it heals things in you. That's just how it works. And that's a simple thing. You know what I mean? Instead of going and getting on medications and doing all this therapy and stuff, do the simple things.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's see here. I'm still trying to see. There's compliments to your wonderful choreography and work.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's see. I forgot to put a question. Can I have any advice as how to help her? Oh, we just helped you. Sorry it took so long to get to it, but we went all the way up. Okay. Let's see. Well, somebody said if you attack someone, speaking about how they were abused, it's safe to assume you are or are connected to the abusers.
Bam. Bam, city lights. It makes sense.
Let's see. Shout out to those that are showing love. So, did somebody tag the thing about the? It's next week, guys. It got switched to next week.
Yes, TBT was switched to next week at 7 p.m. CST, January 2nd.
Tag that up the top so people can stop asking us when is it? It's next week.
Coming. It's next Friday.
Still trying to see here. Next Friday. Scrolling. If you can't. Love you guys as well. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to see, guys. I think we're near the end, but I'm not sure. I feel like things keep popping up. Someone says, how do we contact you? Allie'sArmy.com, guys. It was on the screen for a while.
Allie'sArmy.com. If you send a message through, it will get to us. It might take us a minute to get back to you, but it will get to us, and we will get back to you as soon as we can.
So I said, we love to support you from the sidelines for as long as you'll tolerate us.
Stop it. I love you.
Yeah, somebody please tag that January 2nd, 7 p.m. CST, truth be told. Tag it
On
or
Rumble
pin it,
or
please.
on BitChute.
I'm trying to see if we can stream it here as well, guys. So we're working on it. I'll see if I can.
How you gonna stream it there? You gonna be there?
I mean, well, if they give me a link or something, I might be able to. The same way you were supposed to be able to stream this on your.
I told you I don't know what buttons to push.
Oh Lord! So I say I will raise my voice and stand up. I've been really helped by Miss Shelley's videos and Allie and Angels. It's been pretty bad in the other communities of survivors who forgot. It's about the children. So yeah, see what you guys have been through is helping, and you know, I know y'all have lost a lot on this process. This is me talking to y'all. But you know, thank y'all for everything y'all been doing, and
thank you.
You know, and shout out to those that are, you know, trying to do yours part too. People are thankful that they caught us live. It's a miracle for real. Y'all so sweet. You got a lot of sweet people here, man. Okay, this says, I think this is a question.
Yeah,
Allie, have you ever
people taught to be assholes? Just saying.
Allie, have you ever stopped to think that your trauma and MK Ultra and DID have actually helped you in survival? I feel in some way MK Ultra programming, when broken, is backfiring on them.
It is. Oh, whoever's asking that knows what they're saying. They've done your research. That's a great thing to say. Yes, it has backfired, and I do feel like it has played a major part in MK Ultra. You know, the things that I'm able to do or the things that I can do. I hate it. I wish I could turn my brain off or unplug it sometimes, but it has really helped us stay alive and keep moving. So, and it is backfiring. There's people that continuously think that our codes are the same and our programming is the same and that we would bow down to people. I've heard in meetings that somebody thinks that I'm fragile and that I'm being controlled. I've heard that Dustin is controlling us. I've heard that your Dario is controlling us. It was you at one point. You know, and it's showing that programming is breaking, and
not just for the kids, but for all survivors. I'm seeing all the survivors are starting to break free. I see it in different ways, and I'm so glad for that.
Yeah.
They said I would love to see a program or something on survivors that would want to come forth, tell their stories, go out into communities and educate the parents and children on how to protect them.
That would be something fun to do. I would do that. I would love to go out into communities and start, you know, get everybody out there in person. That's something that I'm willing to do. So again, if there's somebody that's willing to help make that happen or host something like that, you know, hit us up. We will do the best that we can to be a part of it, but we would love to do something like that.
Someone asks, is this live now? Yes, we are live. We are live.
Yes, still going on 3 hours.
I give y'all grace though, because at the end of the day, we do have the 24/7 live that's been just running. Like I said, that has helped us here, man, because we were getting so many of the same questions, and I'm like, just watch it over there.
Don't turn it off.
She's answered. Yeah, I'm like, she didn't answer all this stuff.
Years worth of questions that are being asked.
So I'm like, just
yeah. And I get those people who are like, I just got here, so my bad. But then there's those people who are just stuck on one piece and not using, again, their God-given brain and information that's given to you. Do what you can with what's on your plate. So
this is a good one. It says, I would like to know what you think an effective recovery program looks like for survivors.
That's a good question.
That's a great question. Aftercare should matter more. I think a lot of people should be trained, specifically to make them feel, not just to give them book knowledge, but to make them feel and understand a survivor's place where they're at. Put them in a situation and make them think. Train them to be in a situation to say, hey, you got to think for yourself. You got to think on your senses. And then when people understand that, not just from a book knowledge, not just from hearing from another survivor, then you move different. You once you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see an effective aftercare community. What about you?
For me, I would like to be helpful in designing a place for survivors. Maybe large properties with tiny homes so they could have their own place. So most survivors are barely making it month to month. They can barely afford food and medicine that they need. So I would like to see something where they could have their own place, and have all their needs met. Survivors shouldn't be required to work. They've been through enough. They deserve to have a place where they can just be at peace and focus on healing. I would like there to be programs for them where if they are interested in gardening, then they can garden. If they're interested in caring for animals, they can care for animals. If they're interested in art, they can do art and have a little art studio. Whatever it is that they're interested in, because a lot of times they've lost themselves. They've lost their identity. They have so many alters that there is no identity. So they don't even know who they are, what they like.
We do so many different things because of the way that we were programmed. I mean, some of us, we will go deep sea fishing with you, but some of us won't touch a fish. We will get in the mud with you, but some of us won't touch mud. There's some of us that dance. There's some of us that don't dance. There's some of us that sing. There's some of us that find peace in reading. Not alters respond the same. So,
that's my point. Is I think healing for survivors is less about sitting in a therapist's office and more about doing hands-on, like let's go outside and garden and spend the day out in the sun and learn what that is like, that peace that comes with that. Let's go do this or let's go do that. You understand what I'm saying? More hands-on things and less sitting in a therapist chair.
Well, more affirmation from Miss Shelley right here. It says, yes, I've been forever stuck at the age of 8. I've been embracing growth, crying as I hear Mama talk about it.
I see. I just want every survivor to know I see you guys. I don't just see Allie. I see all of you.
Mama Shelley gonna have all us crying on here. Oh, man. Well, y'all, I mean, look, we almost at that 3. Look, this is about right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This lady said an hour early. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you want to spend, look, you got, wait, let me see. If we end exactly at 3 hours, you got about 3 minutes to tell us what 2026 gonna look like for you. Or if you have any other things.
I just want to tell survivors once again that the fight is worth it. We've been through so much. You have watched us cry and snot bubble and yell and all kind of things on so many different platforms on this internet. And now a lot of people are saying that you can see a piece in me that's different, and I feel that piece in a way that I can't even explain. I'm happy to feel that piece, and I want more of it, and I'm going to fight for it just as hard as y'all seen us fighting on this internet. So if you're wondering, again, we talked about that earlier, like, how can I get out of this? How can I do this? If I speak up, the amount of things that's going to come at me, real people exist. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that you'll be taken care of right out the gate. It's not. My mom, I always tell my mom she's so weird because, when my mom knows, like, hey, it's time to move, it's time to go. If that means that we leave things behind, if that means that you've seen us leave our home behind, we've had to farm our animals. We had to say what's best right now is for us to be able to live through this situation. So we need to move in order to be able to tell our testimony. This is only a test for the testimony. So if you're watching this and you're like, because, you know, I'm not saying that everything's going to be perfect. We might be going through hell any minute now. You know, it's not over. It's not done. That we're not living happily ever after. Just because you see a smile on my face doesn't mean everything is Gucci and fine and okay. It just means that I'm learning to grow through what we're going through a little bit easier. And it comes with the pain, you know, but change takes commitment. So it's not just going to happen overnight. It's just not. So if you're a survivor and you're watching this and you're like, I don't know, I want to have my voice. I want to feel free. I want to be able to have that smile on my face that you do. Change takes commitment. It's not easy. And this smile didn't come from just nowhere. And sometimes this smile is not necessarily what you think it is. It's just, it's getting easier. It's not over. It's just getting easier. So I'm proud of the woman that I'm becoming. And I'm telling you right now, when I say that I miss me, I don't just miss the old me, because the old me was not who I needed to be either. In denial like that, I miss the woman that I know I can be, and the woman that I needed forever ago, and the woman that my mother has raised me to be, and I see in her. So I'm working on that, and I'm really excited for that. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we start right there at 3 hours. No, well, our hearts and minds clear.
Yes.
You good, Ma? You good?
Mama,
You got...
Yep. Love you, sweetie.
Oh, love you too. Love you too. Well, good people. Hope y'all enjoyed this time with us. You know, I know somebody said we on Carter time. So.
You know, it ain't even CP. It's not Cutler people. It's Carter people. I don't know. Listen, all right. I plan to be late for my own funeral, and I've always said that. It's not funny. We're not doing that right now. I'm just saying, like, if I'm not late for my own funeral, then are we doing it right?
Well, look, time flies when you're having fun, man. You know,
it
so I'm
does.
trying to have you come here and try to have fun. Yes. I try.
And thank you so much. It's been an honor to rock with y'all for 5 years on GSL. We made it. So if we don't talk until the new year, January 2nd, when you're watching Truth Be Told and the investigations and stuff that they're going to air out, because they're still doing more, because there's so much to come into in the new year, on January 2nd, 2026 on rumble.com and on BitChute. I'm trying to give you the word you are. Truth Be Told with Dustin Falconer, Beverly Gillen, Miracle Sims, and Brittany, and Six, and Bionic Woman, and so many more witnesses that are coming forward, and other victims and survivors, and so much more. You'll see.
It's about to go down. Ooh.
The army is tired, and I'm thankful for that. We at that point in this testimony where it's been 5 long years of trying, and now it's time to take action. And that's the part that I've been waiting for my entire life. So I'm so excited that there are people who are like, let's take some action, let's do some things. And now the army's getting up like, like I said, hold my beer. They ain't doing this without me. No. No. So I appreciate y'all so very much, more than I could ever even put into words. Thank you. We love you. You are legit our chosen family, and we would choose y'all every day and twice on Sunday all over again. So thank you. And time for the new year. I can't wait.
Wonderful, man.
God gonna do some stuff. I can feel it already. I really do feel it moving already. The Holy Spirit has already started moving. I'm really excited for whatever is in store. Even, you know, I know that the pain that's gonna come from, I said before, 2025 really bruised and broke us in ways that I can't even put into words. But at the same time, there were so many people with us in these dark spaces and helping us, like, hey, I know that bruise hurts, get up. No, you're not staying down. No, we're gonna pray for you. Even if I don't pray, I'm gonna stand right here and you're gonna get up, because I'm with you. And from all over the place. If you feel helpless, like I've been sitting in Australia and but I've been here. I've been sharing. I've been commenting like, hey, you got this. It's okay. You're going to be okay. You're not just commenting to me. I'm not just the one that sees those comments. There's other survivors that need that reminder. Get up. It's not over. It's not over until God says it's over. Get up. You're not done. If you were done, you would have already been away. You would have already been done by now. You're not done. You're just tired. Get a nap, some fruit snacks, and a Capri Sun. You'll be all right. At least that's what some people are telling me. So.
Well, as long as you know, like I said, you are loved. Look, you are seen and you are loved. And so you can't never believe that lie no more.
No.
Not alone. Never, ever, ever.
It's been proved to be untrue.
Yes.
Lie detector says that was a lie.
That was a lie. And the truth wasn't in it.
Nope. I'm so excited and I'm so honored to be loved. I'm so honored to be seen and to be heard, and be believed, and for y'all to know my name. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You ain't gonna give me today though.
Stop it.
You do the crying today.
Stop it. I actually did good. I only did a little bit. I wasn't like complete snot bubbles. It's not dry to my face, so we're doing good.
Well, y'all know we can do this all night and all day. We might have a whole nother hour offline, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Yeah, appreciate you guys for being here. I know we wasn't truth be told, but y'all still got a lot of truth that was told. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can tune in next week. You know what I'm saying? For the bombs, if the Lord's will. You never know. It might be a week after this. You never know what He gonna do. But as of right now, it's supposed to be next week. And, so
please, if you do pray, keep everybody in your prayers involved in all of this. If you are an angel involved in this, pray for yourself, because the spiritual smackdown is not a joke. So if you are in this fight for the truth, especially the truth about the children, pray for yourself, pray for our nation, but please pray for everybody that's in the middle of these investigations right now. It's getting heavy. And I assume, and I know from what we've all seen, that when they get too close to home, you're going to see demons crack out of sidewalks. And some people need to see that. Some people really need to see that to be educated on how to see it for somebody else. You see me. And I don't know if y'all remember on the series that we did on Ali'sArmy.com, Ali, all of us, the first segment that we did was titled, Do You See Me? And now I know that a lot of people do. And it's huge. I can't thank you enough, because I know y'all see me finally. And some of y'all see me. A little bit more of a tidbit than I think you get. DID, but some of y'all see me. That's so cool.
Yay. You are loved. You are wonderful.
She's a certain car.
Okay, thanks, son. Okay.
I need to talk to my Bubba. I told him we would talk. We gotta go.
All right. Yeah. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
I love you guys. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.